Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the NXT Watch Along. It is Tuesday, June 17th. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo. I'm back. This is the second live stream of the day. So you guys already saw me earlier, but I'm back. This time I'm riding solo. I haven't done an NXT Watch Along in roughly a couple of weeks. I'm going to say maybe a month. And so I wanted to do one today for multiple reasons. One, I kind of get bored watching by myself now. I'm sort of used to doing these watch alongs. So whenever I don't do the watch along, it feels weird. It really does. And then secondly, there's a lot of women's matches that are taking place today. And you guys know that I'm such a big fan of the women of NXT. We are having all of the Eliminator matches for Evolution are beginning today. So I wanted to basically like enjoy those with everybody and see those. And then on top of that, Blake Monroe, the former Mariah May, is also going to be signing her NXT contract. So I'm pretty excited about what they're going to have her do in the contract signing on top of signing the contract. Like, who's going to interrupt her? What's her promo going to be like? You know, little things like that that I'm looking forward to. So I feel like right now, this was probably a good show to do the NXT watch along to. Also, Thursday, I'm going to be traveling to New York for the Fanatics Fest. And so I don't entirely know if I'm going to be here for SmackDown or not. So just in case I'm not here for SmackDown, I made it up with an NXT watch along. So hopefully that is A-okay with everybody. But I want to thank Elijah Brody, by the way, who just became a brand new DWO member. Elijah, welcome, welcome. We also have Stephen Marchuli here who says, prediction, Ariana Grace gets involved in Blake Monroe's segment. Ooh, I like it. Ariana Grace's personality mixing in with Blake would be really, really funny. So if they were to do something like that, it would kind of be very entertaining. I'm still secretly hoping for Tatum Paxley and Blake Monroe, but we'll see. All right, the show's about to start. Let me get the audio. Okay, so let me know how the audio sounds, guys, if that's good enough for everybody. If it is, please let me know in the chat. You guys should be able to hear the show nicely and also hear me. One shouldn't be stronger than the other. Forever. So hopefully it is all good. Oh, yay, Nathan. I'm so glad you got a membership. Hell yeah, that's very, very cool. Welcome. Thank you so much. All right, good. Chris and Raphael and Eric, everyone's saying my audio sounds good. Thank you so much. All right, cool. We're good to go.
Already have the entire division on my
We're kicking things off with a little bit of a video here, and JC talking some shit. All the girls are coming after JC right now because she's the one that has what everybody wants, and that is that NXT Women's Championship.
But you know the part that just really irks me is how you continue to underestimate.
She's doing so good as a heel, though. I gotta give her that much.
Most beatable champion.
Oh yeah, Lainey is the
If I'm the most beatable champion,
one of the new faces that they're starting to push on NXT.
Could Stephanie the Carrot.
Hey Joseph, I hope you enjoyed the interview with Shotzi. It was so good. It was one of my favorite recent interviews that I've done. Legit, she's just like kind of person that wears her heart on her sleeve. So she's just an easy person to talk to. I hope you guys like it.
Because I'm the best champion this division has ever seen. And soon you're all gonna wake up and realize it.
I always love how heels are like, I'm the best champion that's ever happened. And they've been champion for like 2 weeks.
Women's division in the world.
So funny.
I decided that next week there's going to be 4 singles matches. I see a whole bunch of women who've already had their turn.
We got Professor Elm 13 who says 4 women's matches tonight. Women are money. Let's effing go. Yeah, that's what I'm really liking about today's show. That it feels like it's going to be pretty female driven today. Which I'm 100% down with. That was actually something that made me want to watch the show even more.
Everybody knows I'm the baddest bitch in this place.
We got the Beach Kevin who says, I thought Lash was close to getting called up. I thought so too. She has a lot of people, saying really nice things about her, and she's pretty impressive. We'll see if her time comes. We'll see. Thank you for the kind comment. Also to David, thank you. Hey, Marshman96 says tomorrow's my birthday and full NXT stream. Awesome, dude. Happy early birthday. Whatever you decide to do tomorrow, I hope you have a good and fun celebration. Thank you, Marshman96, for always being very active. Hey, Tracy WV says, will you be at Fanatics on Sunday? KO will be there. Yeah, I will be there on Sunday. Oh, wait, actually, no. I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. No, I will not be there on Sunday. Sunday, I come back home pretty early from New York. I leave New York early in the morning so that I can get back here and enjoy my Sunday. So I will actually not be there Sunday, but I'll be there Friday and Saturday. Thank you, Tracy. All right, here we go. This is oh yes. This is the match between Thea Hale and Jada Parker. This is the one of the first for the Eliminator tournament. But also they've actually got beef. So Jada has been kind of punking around Thea Hale for the last couple of weeks. So seeing them go head to head in this tournament, they've actually got a story with this one. So there's story and stakes to this match. I had been wanting Thea Hale to defeat Jada Parker because I wanted her to have her big girl moment, but I have a feeling Jada Parker is probably going to wipe the floor with poor Thea Hale. But I would be so happy if Thea Hale did win, but I don't know if I'm so confident that she will.
Women's champion JC Jane engraved.
Hey, what up to Adam B? Thank you so much for tuning in over on the Twitch side. We also got Danny on the Twitch side. Thank you so much for popping into the stream, guys. Very cool of you.
The matter is, JC Jane is the NXT Women's Champion, and until somebody beats her, it doesn't matter what your opinion is.
Well, Booker, as this one starts off hot and heavy.
Look out! Bad.
Booker, what does Thea need to prove? Not to
like, I've been so happy that ever since like Thea Hale came back, I feel like she's just such a pleasure to see. She just has like a good spirit. I like her. She draws my attention.
Looking down, high cross body connects.
But Jada Parker has been solid for, God, what feels like a year now or more. She's been delivering every single time she's on TV, whether it's promo, whether it's a match, promo, it doesn't matter. She's been delivering. What up, Scout Your Boy? We got Jay Moscow. We got Rodell Media over on the Twitch side as well. We got Bill W from New York, Brandon Sandman. Hey, we got Carla in the building. What's up, Carla? Professor Elm, so in regards to Jada versus Thea, I want Thea to win, but I think Jada will. So I guess my official prediction is Jada. I think Jada could take it all the way, too. So if she were to defeat Thea and take it all the way, then bonus points, you know?
You know what? I agree with that 100%. But I tell you what, Jada Parker.
WrestleMania says Thea. Oh, hell.
I see you with my own.
That's funny. I'll take that. What up, BPSR? We got Big G in the building. Shout out to Big G. We got Ben. We got Ian Cooley Coker. We got Sarah. We got Joe. We got Mike Centeni. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got Jared Palmer, Ben Fossey, Maxwell, Roland, Luke. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's NXT Watch Along. Yeah, I usually the last couple of weeks what I've been doing is I've been watching NXT late, so I'll tune in about like 50 minutes after the show actually started, and I will catch up so fast. Like, you don't realize how many breaks there are in wrestling until you're fast forwarding through some of the shows.
I love it.
It's a big night again for the women of NXT. 4 Evolution Eliminators. Blake Monroe makes it official, puts pen to paper here tonight on NXT.
This is a brilliant, classic strategy being employed by Jada Parker, using her size advantage, putting all of her weight on the smaller Thea Hale. If nothing else, it's going to exhaust Thea.
Oh, she's like spinning her.
Cranking the neck in a unique way. Cover. And another.
By the way, how many of you guys also
that we
How many
haven't
of you guys
seen
are actually
from Jada
watching
Parker before.
NXT right now, or are you just hearing the audio of it? Let me know in the comments, because I know sometimes it's really hard to get NXT, especially if you're on the West Coast. Because I know I have the issue, like, I can't watch NXT unless I have a VPN, or else I wouldn't be able to watch the show. So I'm pretty sure some other people might have some issues in regards to that. What up, Ventus, over on the Twitch side? Oh, where'd you go? I lost you. Oh, there you are. Thank you, Ventus, for hopping into the show. Okay, we got a lot of people who are watching. Sofa Kid says just the audio. Daniel's watching. Dan's also just listening to the audio. Shadow is also just listening to the audio. Jordy's doing it both ways and watching. Ventus says, I'm here watching on NXT on my DirecTV box. Today's nice. Okay. For the most part, it seems like everyone is able to watch. Jeremy Harder's watching baseball instead of NXT. But Beach Kevin says he'll be watching the show live on cable. Okay, so it seems like both people are kind of doing both. With just a couple of people are only listening to the broadcast. Carla says, I'm watching it on mute while listening to you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. We got Tony here who says, I'm just listening to your stream while I'm bored at work. Ah, I love how many people watch at work. I'm glad I can help a couple of people get through the workday. All right, we're going on our first commercial break. Depending on if there's a match, they usually keep the show going. If there wasn't a match, then we would just be getting like a little B-roll. So at least right now we'll get to continue watching the match. Sharon Dye says, I'm just listening to the audio. Oh, that's cool. Ethan Perez says, I've synced my Netflix with your stream, so I've got surround sound situation going on. Yo, that's cool. I'm always impressed by people who can sync it, because it is a little hard to sync my audio with the actual show. So it's cool that you're able to do that.
What a way to kick off NXT. What a night.
Night American says, audio gang. Yeah, let's go. The other day, I forgot what I was watching, but I was listening only to the audio. It was a wrestling show, but I forgot what it was. And I was only listening to the audio. And I thought, oh shit, this is what it's like if you're only listening to the audio stream, because I've never done it. I'm usually watching. So, and it's not that bad. You can actually really make out what's going on the show through the audio. Especially if you got good commentators.
Jada Parker flirting with greatness, coming close to championship gold. Can she take that next step?
I don't want to be rude here. How you feel?
Nice. James Kahn says, watching NXT on my phone on mute and you on YouTube TV app. Hell yeah. Hashtag DWO. Thank you, James.
Queen of the ring, Perez, Jade, Bliss, and advancing last.
We got Colton here who says, I was watching NXT, then my brother took it off. This is the second time. Aww. Also, thank you so much for checking out that interview with Shotzi. I'm very, very happy that people really liked that one.
Right to the ear, and now Thea Hale turning things around. Again, these two women have been at each other for several weeks.
Hey, what up, Cyclops is better than Wolverine? Mick Economics says, I don't think I can listen to Booker commentating on audio only. He's wildin'. He's a trip, man. Marshman96 says, listening and playing a video game. Oh, that's cool. Nice multitasking going on. Thank you, Josiah. He says, enjoyed your stream with you and the group earlier. Yeah, that was so much fun with Grapsody. That was very... We literally had no plan for that. We just kind of went in there and we're like, let's hang out. All right, we're back in 40 seconds from the commercial break. Been keeping the action steady in the ring throughout the commercial breaks. That's been nice.
Taking Jada Parker down, shoulders down one more time, another kick out.
Night American says Booker never fails to let me know when the women are on, that's for sure. Hey, if you're like paid attention to something else and you hear Booker T start to be like, oh man, yeah, or whatever the hell sounds he makes, that's when you know you got to turn around and look at the screen. Exactly. Some yeah, all that stuff he does. His bookisms is what he calls it, actually. I forgot that he refers to it as bookisms. Mike Centeni says, got one monitor for NXT, you on my phone and gaming on the other monitor. Damn! Full on production, Mike. Full on production.
Kimura is cinched in. Thea's even got the body scissors on, great.
Jada Parker's in a world of trouble.
I was going to say, it'd be pretty impressive if Thea was able to defeat Jada.
NXT Universe rising to their feet.
Big G says, I usually only listen to the audio only on Mondays because I don't have access to Netflix. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I've seen a couple people say they don't have Netflix, so I get it.
Shoulder trying to hyperextend, reaching out so
Oh,
close.
baby.
Oh, hey, look at Thea. She's working.
Done for.
Cranking on the
Thea is working. You never know. What if she taps out Jada right now? I don't think she will, but if she did,
not gonna quit.
yo.
Trying to fight through the pain. And no way trying to overpower.
You gotta be kidding me.
Listen to this place.
Oh, Jada Parker making believers in the NXT.
Oh, she went for
back into the Kimura.
bending the hell out of Jada's arm.
To that left shoulder.
Oh, she's going for it again. She has like a little freaky spider, you know what I mean? She's so tiny. Wait, she tapped.
Did you see
The referee didn't see it though. Oh my God, the referee didn't see it.
The official didn't see.
Oh,
Jada Parker tapped. And Jada Parker
Thea.
to advance.
They screwed Thea. Thea had match one. Jada tapped. Jada tapped. Ava, girl. Ava, where are you at? Come out and say something.
For the third time. Watch Jada's hand.
Wow.
Which is why
This
Thea
referee,
Thea
yo.
released the hold. Our official didn't see it.
I feel like this is one of those situations where, like, you know how sometimes, like, the GM or someone comes out, another referee sometimes, and they come out and they talk to the referee, and the referee watches the video, and they say, hey, there was a mistake. Let's either restart the match, or hey, this is the real winner.
Continue tonight.
Can't believe they did my girl Thea dirty like that. And I think that was their way of, like, trying to protect her. Anyways, Elijah, Inamura, and Briggs are on.
Literally no one likes AJ and Casey.
Exactly. Thea, Eva, and us kicking.
Bingo!
Like the sound of that. Yeah, let me tell you, First Class is the worst, okay? And they are making TNA look bad, tagging along with Trick Williams all the while he's disrespecting our championship. Sickening. Sickening it is. Let me tell you, I'm going to go tune this thing up. I'll see you boys out there.
All right, brother.
All right, we're going to get Elijah today.
Elijah in the house. Elijah in the house.
Oh, there's Hank and Tank. The homies, Hank and
On the other
Tank.
side of this match, y'all got a tag team title shot waiting for you.
Oh, there's
Let
Oba.
us know anytime, any place.
Well, after this match,
I like how they all stopped talking.
That's heck of a match you had last week for Jasper Troy, bro.
yeah, straight up horse fight, bro.
Thank you. It was. I have to say, Jasper is definitely the most powerful contender I've been in the ring with. But I'm still the ruler, and that's not going to change anytime soon.
I like the way Oba talks. Such a deep voice. Oh, confrontation with Trick.
Champ, my money's on these guys tonight.
Well, you gonna be one broke ruler then. Why y'all got all this leather on? Shut up. Let's do it. Let's lock it.
Maybe they're having a leather party.
That was
But yeah, I like the way Oba talks. His voice is so sultry, so deep. Oh, here we go, Blake Monroe. Another nice little girly video package.
When the glamour signs on the dotted line, it's not just a signature. It's an event. And she needs a dress as stunning as her contract.
Perfect.
Oh, yes, girl, get it.
The glamour is on her way to seal the deal with more
got
than
the
just a
white
firm
food.
handshake. Because Blake Monroe signs her NXT contract tonight.
Yes, cute. I love these videos. They're gonna be my weekly favorite thing on NXT, honestly.
Tonight live.
Jordy Girlfriend says it does remind me of Sabrina Carpenter. Oh, it's definitely all those little vignette that she did last week was definitely inspired by Sabrina. Like basically Sabrina had those videos like playing throughout her entire concert. So that video that you saw last week was very similar to the one that opened Sabrina's concert. And then she has a couple that kind of play throughout the night. So yeah, very, very Sabrina Carpenter inspired. Oh, I actually, speaking of which, I just posted a video right now on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of the places that I post on stuff. I actually posted a video about how Sabrina Carpenter is essentially inspiring the pro wrestling world. And in this video, I talk about all the people that have taken inspiration from Sabrina that are obviously WWE wrestlers. There's a really funny one in there. So if you guys watch it, I hope it makes you laugh. They're all serious, but then there's one funny one. So anyways, go check that out. That's up on all the social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. YouTube. I was like, there's another one. I've said Instagram twice. Which is the other one? Oh yeah, YouTube. Duh. Yeah, that one's also, I also posted the video up on the tube. So you guys are already here. You can check it out right there. All right, Lash Legend versus Kelani Jordan should be fun too, because we know that our girl Kelani is very, very athletic. The Lash Legend is a powerhouse. Oh, and Lash Legend changed her hair. Okay. She has a more glam kind of look, and I like it. She looks more glamorous than before. And before she looked fine, but now she's got more of a glam look.
True step forward for women's wrestling. A very, very important date. We're going to make more history in Atlanta.
It's been 7 years as Evolution returns.
I can see both of these girls going. I don't know. I'm kind of split 50-50 on who might move forward. Kalani's been a little bit more successful on NXT. So part of me thinks they might run with Kelani. She has a good track record, and she's been like on pretty much almost. It feels like she's had a match on most PLEs versus Lash Legend hasn't been just as lucky as Kelani, but Lash Legend has had main roster appearances, so that is obviously pretty lucky too.
Ladies all about, but I'm a little worried right now. Kelani Jordan right now seems like she's a little hard step, just a little bit.
Well, you know, does that go back to something we talked about in that first matchup, that Kelani's focused more on the opponent than the task at hand and the overall goal?
It's interesting because almost a bunch of people that I've talked to, when I asked them which, nice. When I talk to like some of the female wrestlers in terms of who are some of the women that they really admire on NXT, a lot of them have answered Lash Legend. I asked this question to Roxanne Perez, and her answer was Lash Legend. She put over Lash Legend tremendously. And then I also asked Jordan Grace, and Jordan Grace also put over Lash Legend tremendously. So Lash Legend has definitely started to earn a lot of respect from the girls backstage. We're on a commercial break, but I want to take a second to thank Dan Abridgment for the super chat. Says, hello, Denise. Hello, Dan. I hope you're having another fabulous Tuesday. This week feels pretty good. I'm really liking this week so far. It feels like it's been a nice, productive week. Today, I've already done a lot. I woke up early. I did the interview with Shotzi today. I uploaded that, got that going. And then immediately after, I started uploading clips on social media. And then it was time to do the Grab City podcast. I did that for 2 hours. And then as soon as that was over, I went to go eat, had myself some chicken, some rice, and then I ordered an acai bowl. And then after that, I started uploading some more videos. And then I got 2 new video ideas, so I decided to shoot those and post those up. And then before I knew it, there was like 4 minutes until NXT started. So, yeah, the day really went by fast today. It was a productive day, but it went by really fast. And usually I like to rest like an hour before whatever show I'm watching. Is usually kind of like my mental break. But I didn't get one this time because I was inspired instead to shoot some videos. So that's all to say is that I'm having a good day, and I hope you are too, Dan. Thank you.
Take a look at that knee to the middle of the spine.
We're 2 minutes out from returning back to the commercial break, and Lash Legend is kind of beating on poor Kelani right now.
And here we go. Lash Legend, Lord the Boom. I love it, man.
You got away with words, I'll tell you that. be a poet.
Dang, I think Lash Legend has hit Kelani with like multiple splashes already in this matchup.
Lash Legend, I mean,
We got John Taylor, who
Did you see
says,
that
bad
little
news
flash?
is I'm ditching you
Just
again.
flashed
Good
over.
news is I'm ditching
And I
you
think
because I'm in the
about
middle of
first
painting.
matchup and
Oh,
the
painting my
strategy
guest
that
bathroom because I'm
Jada
getting my
Parker
house ready to
used
sell.
to
Yes, I
win.
did get the house in Arizona. Hey, guys, please give John some love. John just got himself a brand new home. That is hella freaking cool. John, congratulations, man. What a big move. You're gonna move houses, move states, I believe. Yeah, you said you were moving states too. Dude, that is huge. Huge. Oh yeah, that's right. You emphasized it again to Arizona. Dude, congratulations, man. And have fun painting the guest bathroom. That's cool. Thanks, John. It's a good excuse instead of whatever. Any excuse is fine. This isn't school. It's not mandatory to be here. We got Dan Let's Go who says, I hate to ask this, but should WWE cancel going to the Middle East? Things are getting worse every minute. Yeah, you know, Dan, I've been keeping up, trying to keep up with what's going on. And I've been kind of doing a poor job of it. And a part of it's been me doing a poor job of keeping up and also me being too scared. Every time I turn on the news, I'm just scared nonstop. And so I'm like, maybe if I don't look at it, it'll go away. It's not. But it is very scary. And I don't know if they're gonna cancel going. I don't know what it's gonna look like at that point. I mean, what we're not even 2 weeks out from heading over to Saudi for all of Night of Champions. But I don't know. I really don't. And I would imagine that if they felt that there was a safety issue, I would hope that they would obviously not go. But I guess that's going to be that's going to have to be seen. And thank you so much for your concern. And we're back here on the show, by the way. Kelani and Lash Lorden. I was going to say Lash Lorden. I was mixing Legend and Jordan together. Lorden. We got JCWV who says, I'm manifesting you interviewing KO in 2025. Sammy too. Dude, I have been trying to interview both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for a long time. I'm sure I've told the story before here of when I was in line to interview Kevin Owens for over an hour. And by the time I got there for WrestleMania 41, I believe it was, or 40, one of those. Oh, it was 40. It was 40. By the time I got there, Kelani kicked out of that big boot from Lash. By the time I got there, he ended up being swapped out. And I was like, no! Because I wasted a whole hour hoping that I would get Kevin Owens. And then in the end, I did not get Kevin Owens. And I've only gotten Sammy in press conferences, so that doesn't really count. I'd love to chat with Sammy, but you know, some people are just hard to get. They're hard to get. Thank you, Tracy.
Been very effective in the sequence that she's rolled out her maneuvers, focusing most of her offense on the lower back and core of Kelani Jordan, including this Argentine.
Damn, she's
agonizing
woman handling Kelani right now.
We saw Jada Parker advance earlier. We thought she had tapped out. There's no tapping though from Kelani. Code breaker. And it's now rally time for Kelani Jordan.
I'm so glad that
deep waters.
Lash Legend is having what do you call it? More time in this matchup, because I feel like we don't see Lash get to wrestle often on NXT. She was for a while, but then they kind of paused.
Graves again. This all really stemming between these two because it appeared Kelani was getting in Lash's Lash thought it was Kelani getting her business. Kelani thought it was Lash getting her business. It was a misunderstanding at the end of the day tonight. Someone's business is going to be a women's championship opportunity.
It is every woman for herself in this situation. Sliced bread by Jordan.
Lash is down. Kelani now trying to climb quickly, trying to take flight. Looking for a 5-star.
Nice, she hit the 5-star frog splash.
Looking for the 3 and just got it 2.
Take another look at Kelani Jordan taken to the skies, full extension, high impact landing. But Lash Legend with a little too much left in the tank.
Jared Palmer here says, so Denise, how did it feel being in the presence of your internet hubby? Oh, Jacob Fatu. That interview was actually pre his WWE days. I just recently uploaded the clips on Denise's Pieces. That's the second YouTube channel, and I'm kind of back posting some of my old content that's still relevant today. So that interview's not new. It's from before his WWE days, but it was still relevant, so I clipped it out and shared it today, or a couple days ago on Denise's Pieces. Right now, I'm trying to upload all my old content on that page, my old clips, before I start posting the new stuff. So I'm a little backed up, but it'll get done. Thank you so much, Jared. Oh, dude. I'm starting to think Kelani is winning this match because the way that we've been sort of seeing her almost get the moment, it feels like she will take this all the way.
She's got to find it now, Graves.
You're absolutely right about that. But it looks
but Arnold Lincoln Jr. predicts that Kelani is losing tonight.
Once again from the top turnbuckle.
We'll see. Oh, you might be right. She just hit the 450, but Lash got the knees up. Oh, so I think Lash might finish her off right now. Yep, I think this is it.
Just like that.
1, 2, 3. Oh, Lash advances in this tournament. Good for Lash. She needed this, guys. She needed this. Kelani, like I said, has been part of a lot of things on NXT so far. I think Lash definitely needed this a little bit more. Plus, let's not forget, she also took that massive bump off the I think it was onto the ladder over at
we still got
the
Evolution Eliminators.
I think it was the NXT North American Women's Championship match that she was in, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I just remember a ladder is all I remember. But I remember that nasty bump that she took, and I was just like, dude, so much respect to Lash Legend. Oh, they're recapping Stand and Deliver, the drama that occurred between Tony D and Channing Stacks. Hit him right in the balls, right in the Italian sausages. Oh, no, wait, Italian meatballs. There you go, Italian meatballs.
Right. You know why I invited you out here.
Oh, fuck.
And then you send Rizzo into hiding?
Now, Stacks, you're going to pay for your sins.
Family business will be settled.
All right, we got Sarah here who says the Blake Monroe animation reminds me of the Sabrina Teenage Witch animated show or Lizzie McGuire when she was animated. I love it. How about you, Denise? Oh, it's one of my favorite things to see on weekly NXT television. And you're right, it does remind me of both of those. I used to be a big fan of Lizzie McGuire, and I remember her little animation. Oh, so cute.
I understand.
Yeah, it does remind me of that.
Prove to you that I'm still loyal.
It also, you know who else had that little animation too? Mariah Carey. She used to have like a little animation of herself, and you used to see it like pop up. So it also kind of reminds me of that. I guess literally any blonde girl's animation, it'll remind us of that. Thank you, Sarah. We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine here, who says Lash's music is Project Pat. Chick's Head ripoff. Ooh, okay. I'm not really sure what that means, but I will take it. Thank you, Cyclops.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's close to the Eddie. I approve this.
Hey,
all right, here we go. Luca and Tony D.
I've been here. What are you talking about?
I've heard enough. I'll see you in the ring.
Tony, what?
I swear to God, they look like twins. All right. We're on a commercial break, so I'm going to go ahead and mute the commercials. Let me catch up with what everyone's saying. We got King Michael Gang 123 who says, Blake gives me timeless Tony vibes 100%. No, I actually disagree, King Michael Gang. I don't think that she gives timeless Tony vibes because Toni Storm is more of the classic old Hollywood kind of vibe. You know, that's her deal. She's the old Hollywood crazy actress vibe. The oh, I'm so dramatic, you know, that kind of person. Whereas Blake Monroe is doing more of the, you know, I'm so glamorous and gorgeous and, you know, it's totally different. Totally different. So I don't think she's giving timeless Tony vibes at all. Now, if Blake starts acting, you know, like, oh, you know, like that, like, if she starts acting like she's kind of a little bit of a nutcase, then maybe we'll start going the direction of timeless Toni Storm, because Toni Storm is a little bit, you know, nutty, and that's more her vibe versus Blake Monroe's just a girly and you know, she Yeah, she's just girly. She's just girly. So yeah, I think they're totally different. Thank you, King Migo Gang. We got Brandon Rosen, who says, this is why we have pro wrestling and watch-along parties, to not think about everything else going on in the world. It's hard. It's hard. It's right there. It's right there. But we try to do the best we can, or else we wouldn't leave the house. You know, we'd be just locked up in our room, scared and crying. Thank you, Brandon. We got Steven Marchulli, who says, hey, maybe Ava uses Parker's decision to make a fatal five-way or add Monroe to the title match. Ooh. Well, with what happened with Thea Hale, I feel like she could definitely, if Thea Hale isn't back there trying to talk some sense into Ava, that would make her look hella dumb. Like, if I'm Thea, I'm rushing to the back and I'm demanding that Ava looks at this footage and does something about it. And then Blake, I'm telling you guys, I still think she's going to somehow find her way to like shimmy into the title before this Eliminator tournament. That's just me, but I could be so wrong. I usually am, so we'll see what happens. But I would love it. I feel like Blake has to be on Evolution. That's all I know. I don't know in what capacity. I just feel like she has to be on that show. It would feel weird if she wasn't, especially given that she's the hot new free agent that came into WWE NXT. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. But Steven, as always, thank you so much, man. You've been so supportive on the show. That does not go unnoticed. And seriously appreciate how supportive you've been for, God, I don't even know, several months now, maybe even a year or more at this point. I've got no perception of time. Thank you, Steven. All right, let me catch up with what everyone's saying. Let me give some shout outs in the meantime. We got Jerry Garza. I did see some of those Britt Baker rumors. I don't entirely know, too sure. I haven't heard it from like a reliable source yet. So, I mean, a reliable outlet yet. So until then, I will kind of pause on that. But let's see what else we got here. Shout out to Josiah WV and WB, and good luck on your YouTube journey. We also got Future King. What's up, Future King? We got Davion Washington. Shout out to Glenn Shelton. We got the Beach Kevin, who says Blake Monroe gives him Tiffany Stratton vibes. Here's the thing. If you were to ask me, is Blake more like Tony or is she more like Tiffany? As of right now, she's more like Tiffany. All right, let's see what else we got here. Who haven't I shouted out? We got Jared Palmer. Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Shannon Dye. Sarah says, do not speak Mariah Carey. Retail workers will still get trauma at Christmas time from her songs on repeat. It was funny because she popped up on my TikTok feed, and someone in the comments wrote, oh my God, I got scared. I thought Christmas was happening already because they just saw Mariah Carey's face and just automatically assumed it was Christmas time already. I thought that was pretty funny.
Here on NXT.
All right, here we go. We're back on the show. And hey, Don, good to see you as always. Thank you so much.
Don, you have to be aware at all times. You got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to be aware of enemies coming at you from every angle. You have to be aware of being stabbed in the back. Now, a few months ago, Stack stabbed me in the back. Rizzo went into hiding.
Oh, yeah, she's still in hiding. We haven't seen her since.
So I thought. See, listen, I don't know what the hell's going on right now. Up is down, down is up, whatever. All I want from Luca is his trust and his loyalty. And I'm not getting it.
I don't know. It seems like
Luca,
he's a little paranoid right now.
Get your ass out here.
His walls are definitely up. Trust is not... He's not trusting right now.
Whoa. T, is this really how you want to do this? Yeah, it is. Listen to me.
God, I feel like this story has been going on for such a long time.
Me, and you're going to lie to all these people out here.
Tony, I'm not lying to you.
Okay. Then what happened with you and Stacks in the desert?
Tony, I
they
told you.
Kissed.
We got out of an SUV, two guys zipped.
That's my answer for everything now.
I don't know how long I was in
they
there for,
kissed.
But then they stopped. They let me out.
Well, what'd he say to you?
Stacks looked me in my eyes and told me it was my lucky day.
Then he takes my phone. He leaves. Tony, there wasn't a human in sight. Okay, let's say I believe you. But you came out to Battleground and stared at me like an idiot.
I wonder if Tony D is ever going to go to the main roster. Do you guys think Tony D is ever going?
Damn right you can.
I feel like he's been stuck on NXT forever, man.
Then why didn't you hit stacks, huh? Why didn't you help me out? What were you doing?
Roland says, Luca,
Maybe
stop
I should have.
gaslighting.
But T, I didn't know what to do. We lost it, stand and deliver. You were pissed. Hell, I didn't know if I was going to make it out of the desert alive. Tony, I'm a consigliere. I'm supposed to advise people. Tell people what decisions to
Consigliere.
make
I can't
and
even
what
spell
decisions
that.
not to make. This is the
Consigliere.
first time since joining the family that I had to make a decision on my own. See, and Riz is usually my soundboard, but no one's heard from her.
All right,
since he put it-
enough. Listen, they say the eyes never lie. So I want you to look me in my face right now and tell me, are you with Stacks?
Ooh, let's see if he can make that eye contact.
You want my answer? Tony, I promise you that
And there's Stacks. I don't know, guys. I just don't care about this story. It seems so like...
You still out here seeking the truth, huh?
Who are all these guys? Oh my
me.
gosh, is that like a... Oh my gosh, do we got
the
Wish
truth.
Roman Reigns
You
on the
just don't wanna
right?
accept it. Luca is your
We got
consigliere.
Gangsta Roman
But
Reigns,
yet,
or I'm not sure.
You don't believe him. Luca,
Are we seeing
in all
this?
the
I'm
years
sorry.
we've known each other, have I ever not believed in you like Tony D has
If
for the
you
last
split
month?
it, looks like Little Wish Roman
have I ever
Reigns.
questioned you? Question your loyalty.
Put the camera on him. Come on. I'm waiting for the camera to go on him.
Luca, there's a reason I saved you from the desert in Vegas. Because you were never going to be good enough to be Tony D's consigliere.
This is like awkward.
You know what to do next.
I don't know why. There's just no ambience for this. You guys get me? Like, there's no ambience. Look at Little Roman Reigns. Little Roman Reigns.
Well, Tony knew exactly what to do. Stacks is out here now. I mean, guys, this is...
They didn't give me a good shot of Little Roman Reigns.
Imagine when it came to Tony D'Angelo. What the... Oh!
Oh, no, he accidentally hit. Luca accidentally punched Tony D.
Did Luca need to hit Tony? Or
No,
was
he was
aiming
trying
for
to hit
Stacks?
Stacks.
Are we sure?
Is this, am I the only one? The storyline is just like dry. But I do feel bad though for Tony D. It feels like he's kind of an NXT for life kind of person already.
Hey, listen, fellas. Hey, what's up, man? Y'all ready?
RT says, let this end already. Jose says, can we get back to the women on the show?
That was
That was weird.
Not exactly medically cleared for our...
Okay, there's Top Dollar.
How you gonna tell me right now, right before the match, that you can't go?
I know. Listen, have I ever led you astray?
Man, I hope not.
See, first class doesn't present problems. First class presents solutions.
Well, where they at then?
KC can't go tonight. So we found somebody that can.
Okay, who's he teaming with? Oh, is he going to team with West?
Everybody knows that she and I got
West.
history, Trick. But nobody around here knows TNA the way that I do.
Okay.
Now, history aside, man, it's good to see that TNA world title on a real superstar.
That's right.
Okay, finally some support for
Hey, listen,
Trick.
Wes.
Everybody's been so anti
We've
him
been
with the
through a lot.
title.
The whole head in the locker, the smack in the face. My bad, Wes.
You was tripping.
I was wrong. I was tripping. There's no excuse for that.
I'm glad you can say
But listen to me, man. I'm down with High Rise. So tonight, we first class tricking on the west side. You feel me? We right here with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Look at Trick Williams finally having some friends. It's been a minute since he's had some friends back there.
Money. Yo, I'm gonna go get changed real quick. Go get changed. Hey, you bring your money out here tonight. What's wrong with you? You got to do that to me.
Money. That was fun. All right, let's see what everyone here is saying over here. Let's see. Oh no. Jerry Garza says, how to end the Tony story. Just forget about it. Just go sending it so it can go swim with the fishes. I feel bad, but it felt like it's been going on forever. I feel like there's been so many pauses in between. Right now, when they were out there, I felt like there was a lot of stops. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of pauses in the dialogue. And so you could hear silence. Like no one was talking in the crowd. The wrestlers weren't talking. The commentary wasn't talking. It was just silence. And all those pauses made it like a little awkward. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling bad though, because like if this doesn't work for for the family, for the Don and all these people, Channing and Luca and Tony D, like this is the only thing they have at the moment. So I kind of just hope that they wrap it up so that we can move on. But yeah, it just feels like this is really the only thing they know how to do with Tony D. Tony D, I think, has kind of hit his expiration as this character. Either that or he needs to be in there with someone who's a strong enemy. Like I thought when the family feuded with Legado del Fantasma, that was probably the best because you had a strong enemy in Santos. And I feel like that's what's missing, is that the Don doesn't feel like he has a strong enemy. So that's why the story's been feeling a little flat for me. But yeah, that's where we're at. All right, let's see what else we got here on what everybody is saying. We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine, who says there must be no HR in NXT. Why is no one at her job looking why Rizzo isn't coming to work? I know, right? Like she's in hiding. She's probably scared and nobody is going in to check in on her. None of that. They don't even care. I mean, this is also where people get kidnapped and we never see anyone follow up on that. Like we never see anyone running out there being like, oh my God, so-and-so just got kidnapped. What do we do? Never any of that. Thanks, Cyclops. We got Brandon here who says, I always wondered what happened to Deuce and Domino. Dude, I used to really love their theme song. And when they used to come out with Cherry. Oh, but their theme song. Hold on. I have it in my head. Cool. I'm all about cool. I don't remember the rest of it. I just remember the cool. I'm all about cool. Something. All right. I liked that song. That was a good one. Yeah, I remember Deuce and Domino. We got Corey MacArthur here who says, Denise, we're back for round 2. How's it going? Enjoyed our Grapsado reunion. Feels like family. You're right. That guy looks like Roman. He does. He looks like Little Wish Roman. I was hoping they gave him like a full-on camera shot, but they really didn't. I was waiting to like screenshot him so that I can make a little joke about him, but they didn't really put the camera on him too well. But yeah, he looked just like Roman Reigns, which is so funny because just the other day there was another guy on the show who I thought looked just like Triple H. So now everyone looks like somebody. And yes, Grapsado reunion was very, very fun today. Always a good time to, just chat amongst friends. I was saying earlier that we didn't actually have any plans for that. We just kind of hopped onto the stream and just shot the shit. Like we were just having a good time. And so that's what ended up making the podcast special, was the fact that we just went wherever the wind took us. So that was very, very nice. And thank you so much for tuning into that as well as this. Thank you, Corey. All righty. And let me go through our other comments here and see how everyone's doing. We got Tabasco here who says, Denise, tell Santi we know that he's Mr. Iguana. I know he needs to stop fronting. Just let everybody know he's Mr. Iguana. Dang. All right. Let me see what else we got. Vic Economics, who says it was Beast Mortos without the mask. Yo, I gotta tell you, I am okay. We're back on NXT. Hold on. Okay, I am so surprised by this relationship with Mercedes and Beast Mortos. Like, I was not expecting that ever. Like, I would have never thought that they would become a couple, but it's so freaking cute. It's so wholesome. Like, it's adorable. The fact that they're a couple, because you wouldn't imagine them to be a couple. The fact that they are is kind of giving me like, you know, I think it should give a lot of people just a good feeling. I thought it was very, very nice to see that. Thank you, Make Economics.
Welcome back, everyone.
All right, we got
officially
my favorite, Chase U.
University students, Kel Dixon and Uriah Connors.
God, this new Chase U is even worse than the old Chase U. Sorry, guys, I'm not a Chase U fan. I'm a Chase U hater. Drinking that haterade. But can you blame me, though? Come on, what is this? Like, this is not even funny.
It's summertime, and while everybody else gets to relax, Chase University has a strict curriculum.
Sorry, Mr. Chase, I had a...
1 second. As I was saying, at Chase University, we lead by example. And while my teaching methods may not be traditional, I do take great pride in the fact that...
I'm sorry, but how often do we need
You need to be ready to bleed black and red. Chase University should be your priority. Be prepared to hear things you don't want to hear, and be prepared to thrive under pressure.
Just one more, I promise. I don't get how...
Kel! This is a teachable moment.
Guys,
Chase
see what I'm
U
saying?
doesn't
Like,
adjust to you. You have to adjust to Chase U. Because if you want to make it in this world, you have to do more than just learn. You have to get tough.
now they're just leaving.
It's fine. Don't sweat it, dog. Don't sweat it. What a shame, Mr. Chase. What a shame.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, what the?
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Wait, why are me and Booker T saying the exact same thing?
Like this guy.
Oh my God! I'm twins with Booker
We'll talk about
T.
that later. Someone who nobody likes.
Oh
is North
no!
American champion Ethan Page. Let's go back 2 weeks
Why
ago.
are me and
right
Booker
here.
T saying the exact same thing? What is happening?
Deliver a twisted
What is happening?
across the steel chair. Throws foot to Ricky Saints. Saints will be diagnosed with
That's
acute
so
trauma
funny.
to his larynx.
Juan
It's
True
very,
says
very
you and
difficult
Booker.
scene to
We
watch.
were saying the
So you
exact
need a
same
CT
thing.
scan.
What are the chances of us
Understand
having
that
the
Ricky
exact
Saints
same
is
reaction to
expected
Chase
be
U?
cleared next week for a
That was
return
so
to
weird.
in-ring action.
But anyways, I'm sorry, but that was just like boring. Just boring.
Yo, Ethan, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You kind of cooked us.
We got Jonathan here who says Chase U and the family all need to go. It would never work for them on the main roster. They do well sometimes with comedy acts on the main roster. We've seen them throughout WWE, so it is possible. It is possible for them to do something on the main roster, but it's just never going to be a main event act, though, which is fine. Not everybody's meant to be that, but still,
haven't learned your lesson yet.
it's
have
just
you?
it's dated now on NXT.
Well, if you want to get to Ethan Page, you're gonna have to go through WWE Evolve's hottest faction.
The group taking over Wednesday nights on Tubi, the Vanity Project.
Let's go, bro. Yeah. Damn, Ricky, why you always so angry, bro? You need to just chill out. But honestly, I used to think me and you had a lot in common. But until you can't talk the talk no more. What's up, bro? What you trying to do?
Oh yeah, that's right. Ricky can't talk because of his
It's a numbers
larynx.
game. And the odds is not in your favor.
Crazy.
In your favor either, Playboy.
One of the best promos from men on NXT is in an angle where he can't talk. Think about that. Ricky Saints is one of the best promos that they have for men on NXT, and he can't talk.
Tonight puts pen to paper.
There's Blake, looking like a zillion bucks. All right, now we got Elijah. Alonzo R says, "Is Evolve a good show?" I unfortunately haven't seen it, Alonzo. Not even one episode. But I hear good things about it from people here in the chat in regards to what they feel about it. I feel like we got a Tiger Claw Gaming here who says Evolve is a solid show. Juan Truth says, "I didn't realize Nikita went to Tubi." Yeah, she was sent to Evolve a while back.
kick Trick AJ's and Wesley's ass. And I have got one question for everybody here tonight.
Who wants to walk with Elijah?
Who wants to walk with Elijah?
Oh my God, I just realized something.
I know two men who will tonight.
I'm so silly. I just realized something. So, the one thing that I used to always like about Elias was that he was the first wrestler who was named after my uncle. I'd never seen a wrestler named Elias. And that's the name of my uncle, Elias. My uncle's son is named Elijah. So now I'm laughing because Elijah went from being Elias to Elijah. And I know an Elias and an Elijah.
In this one, this matchup presented.
All right, this was only funny to me, but still kind of funny. That he ended up having both their names, father and son. All right, we got Cyclops is better than Wolverine, who says they look like rich 80s high school movie bullies. Oh, the Vanity Project. Yeah, it's really hard for me to take I forget his name. I'm sure someone here is going to remind me, but the blonde one, the one that looks like a Barbie doll. He looks exactly like those little, oh my gosh, I should pop it up. Let me see. I never know what the, let me see, Barbie's son doll. Whoever her son is, I don't know what the son's name is, but he looks just like him. And I can't like even, hold on, I'm trying to find it. Oh, these are not good pictures. Never mind. He looks just like the doll I used to have so many years ago, the little son, and even the hair is the exact same. So every time I see him, the first thing I think of is my little old Barbie doll that had a son. And so, yeah, Durant says Barbie had a son. Well, I mean, Barbie has kids, like Barbie in general, like they have the little kids that you can buy. But you know, I guess it can be any one of the Barbie's kids. But yeah, there are kids, and he looks just like them. So every time I see him, that's the first thing that pops into my head is Barbie's son. Although I don't know what they call him because I know the men are Kens. But if the men are Kens, what are the little boys? I don't know what the little boys are. So funny. All right. Yes, Brad Baylor. That's the one. He's the blonde one. Brad Baylor. The other ones look old enough. Like they look fine. But Brad Baylor, he's the one that reminds me of the Barbie doll's son. It looks just like him. Even the hair texture, everything. It was that freaking doll I had. It's kind of funny. All right. Let me see what else we got here. What is everyone saying? We got Fergus here who says, so seems like Blake signing is ending the show. Who interrupts her? I hope it's JC because then that means Blake will be getting her hands on that title. So I'm hoping it's JC Jane. We got Davion Washington who says, I need to watch more of the Vanity Project. Yeah, they've only had a couple of matches on NXT. I think I'll become a fan once we see a little bit more of them. Roland Bird says, who wants to walk with Elijah? Let's go. I'll walk with Elijah. All right. Hey, what's up, Joey? Thank you so much for tuning in to the stream. Who haven't I shouted out here? We got Jose Alvarado. We got JJ 24th. Says they might be giving Blake Monroe the main event spot. It's possible. We're down to an hour and 5 minutes left on the show, so it might actually happen that way. All right, let me go through some more here. Who haven't I shouted out? Sorry, I'm going through the comments. I'm scrolling all the way back up. Oh, we got Alice 2K. What's up, Alice? Thank you so much for encouraging people to smash that like button. Please do, guys. If you're in the mood, it takes half a second to hit that like button. So if you're here already, might as well. All right, let's see. Ethan Perez says Denise and Booker, the new era Harlem Heat. Yo. I mean, we're saying the same things. We're gonna finish each other's sentences pretty soon. I can't believe that. That's so funny. We got Alonzo R in here. What's up, Alonzo? We got WrestleMania who agrees with me about the Chase University stuff just being terrible. It's just not going anywhere. It feels redundant at this point. I don't know why we had to go back to it. Like they had broken up already. Why did we go back? Bob Ross Jr. sends in a super chat saying, wait, Blake Monroe's contract signing is the main event? Oh, they treated her like a superstar, which they should. I mean, she was a big signee. She's got a reputation now. She just came off of a 5-star match and a great storyline in the competitor company. She should most definitely be treated like a star. I'm also a big fan of her, so that's why I'm rooting for her. Thank you so much, Bob Ross Jr. for the super chat. And yeah, we'll see if she comes out as the main event for this today. They're promoting Fanatics Fest right now. Heads up to everybody, I will be in New York this Thursday, Friday, Saturday for Fanatics Fest. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm gonna kind of just chill while I'm in New York, do a little bit of work, but also chill. I probably won't try to work as hard. I just want to enjoy myself in New York. I haven't been there in such a long time, so it's been a while since I've been, and I miss it.
Listen, Ren, you said you was gonna talk to him. You did say
All right, we got Ren, Tavion, and Javon.
Challenging. It requires nuance.
The hell is a nuance? Ren, did you talk to Charlie or not?
Well, no.
Oh,
Ren, you said you was going
to.
Ren Sinclair's character feels like she's so sweet and wholesome on the show.
Sweet, you did your thing, bro. 1-on-1 with the NXT champion, and you handled yourself. Congrats. I know you took the L, but your time was coming, bro. You feel me? Not before the young OG though, but hey, just trust me.
on my face.
Oh no, Javon never learns. He always ends up pissing people off. He just pissed off Jasper.
Oh, lovely. Just what I wanted to see.
Oh, lovely. C Money. My boy, look. T, he don't want to be in the group no more, bro. Why won't you learn him free?
Right. You know what? Seeing as you keep getting involved in the NQCC all of a sudden, and you found yourself a nice new friend there, how about this? You and Tavion in a match. If Tavion wins, well, he's out of the group.
You mean it?
Yeah. Why not?
No, that's not cool, bro, because that means you're going to be staying with OG for a little more.
Nah, not this time, dog. Not
For
this
real?
time.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Charlie, you need a hug. Like, for real.
I've been expecting them to do like some sort of love angle with oh look, there's Blake. Oh, they're doing a whole little like red carpet, like if she's like taking pictures. That's cute. I like how creative they are with her. Deserved.
Tonight.
Deserved. Oh yeah, so I've been expecting them to do a love angle between Ren Sinclair and Charlie Dempsey. It feels like it's been brewing for a while, but they don't pull the trigger on it. But I kind of get the feeling, you know what I'm saying? When like there seems to be some sparks flying in there, they just haven't actually like gone all in with it. Anyway, shout out to Jumpman J209 who's here. Watch out to shout out to William Pugh. What's up, William? Who else do we got in here? We got John Harris. What's up, John? He says he predicts that Blake will be on SmackDown by the fall. I don't think you're wrong on that. I think it's very possible that that does happen. Let's see what we got here.
With Trick Williams.
Shout out to Jaime Garcia or Jamie. Yeah, Jamie Garcia. However you prefer the pronunciation of that. And then, hey, what's up? We got Pee Wee Valdovino's in here. Shout out to Pee Wee. Hey, what up, Super Frog? We also got Malik Pope, Anthony Rocco, Steph FRM12. Who else do we got? Roland Bird. And we're about to get this match pretty soon. Yeah, see, Juan also senses the love connection there. It feels like she's like there's something there. I can't. I thought they were going to do, for a while, I thought that they were going to do some sort of love story. But yeah, it still doesn't seem like it's happened yet.
Elijah Briggs and Inamura certainly will be outnumbered in this six-man tag team clash. What do you want to talk about? The podcast hosted by the American.
All right, this is a six-man.
Conversation with superstars and
first hour is down of NXT. Hopefully this one's a little fast-paced because we'll see if it is.
Priest. New episodes are available every other Wednesday on WWE's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Graves, this is a man who will take every opportunity that comes his way.
Wesley is sick and tired of being overlooked, underappreciated. He's going to force the eyes of the WWE Universe onto his talents.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Say what? Yeah. I like it. Oh, yeah, man.
Booker and his bookisms.
That's that boy. The TNA Hellfly.
I gotta add the bookisms to this. Every time I hear Trick's theme, I have to add the, oh yeah, I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Tony enjoyed the interview with Damien on Cody's program. It looks good from the preview, but I know I just won't have time to ever watch it. But from the preview that I saw, it looked pretty all right. Roland Bird says, oh yeah, man, I like it.
See.
Can you imagine having Booker's job? All you do is show up and say the craziest things you can think of.
Trick was a guest in the penthouse last Thursday on TNA.
Fergus says, I guess Booker needs a new star to go ham over now that Stephanie and Roxanne are gone. Yeah, he doesn't have anybody yet. I'm pretty sure it'll be Blake. I won't be surprised if he comes up with something for Blake. Ethan Perez says we need Denise isms. Oh no.
You're talking about
no. I don't know. I can't think of any isms. Maybe if they happen, they'll happen naturally. We'll wait for them when they come out. Oh no, JJ here says Tony D made the crowd sleep with the fishes. Yeah, that segment was not for me. That segment, the Chase U segment, those two segments back to back, putting me to sleep. Hey Matt, he says Shotzi interview, probably my favorite interview you've done. I'm telling you, dude. That interview with Shotzi was great. She wears her heart on her sleeve. It's very easy to interview people like that. She made it so easy to chat with her, and I had the best time. I was telling Shotzi after the interview, I said, you were so great. I never even had to look at my notes or anything. I was like, screw it, we're just gonna go with this conversation. Like, if any notes, they don't exist. No notes, Denise. I feel like the best interviews are actually the ones without notes. I just now have bullet points in my mind of things that I want to talk about with people, or things I want to say on podcasts, and it just works so much better. But anyway, she made it really, really easy to interview her, is what I'm trying to get at.
Mike Santana, the TNA title.
Listen, every superstar in the TNA roster, you would have to imagine, wants the TNA title back on one of their.
Super Fro says, I wake myself up with Chase U by saying you. Probably the best part there is. Janica says, Denise got the 1994-95 vibes going on today. That's my aura. I feel like my aura is very 90s. I love the 90s, early 2000s. That's my vibe right now. And so I think I connect with that time period. So I just the 90s and the early 2000s live in me. They have not died. Keep them alive.
Many believe in should be maybe TNA champion.
We got William Pugh here who says, hey, do you think they've given up on Jordan Grace, or are they just not pushing her anymore? Because she's definitely not the next champ on NXT. I think she might be. I don't think that they've stopped pushing her. That would be crazy if they did. And if they did. Jordan is phenomenal, and she's going to be NXT champion at some point. And I think it will happen. Either that, or they're going to move her up to the main roster, because she belongs on the main roster. That's where she belongs. I think everyone made it seem like she was going to go up when Stephanie did, and then she didn't. I thought that kind of sucked, but I'm hoping that's because they have other plans for her. But it's kind of astonishing to me. I do think she should be on the main roster, but it does feel like there's not that. They haven't been necessarily rolling out the red carpet for her, is what I'm seeing.
We've seen this before.
You know what, Vic? I'm going to remind you what I reminded Cole of last night. Don't say your stuff too loud, because Top Dollar, AJ Francis may put you through our announce table.
Well, the bottom dollar just got dropped, and now Elijah looking to fly through the elbow right to the heart.
Nice elbow from Elijah.
Which one of these teams is going to stand tall as NXT rolls on live on the CW?
Bring out the women. They're doing fine, but it's like so-so. I think for me, the hard part is like trying to get into like some of the other people that I'm just like, whatever's about.
Casey Navarro was supposed to compete in this matchup, did not. Wesley took his spot, was recruited almost by AJ Francis, and things aren't looking great right now for Trick Williams.
We got Psalms here who says, Denise, please shout out me out and all of us from Pittsburgh today. Hey, what up? Today and earlier today. Wow. And shout out to anybody here who's from the Pittsburgh area. Thank you, Psalm.
Graves' point, but Wesley, though, in this matchup, Briggs right now looking at Trick Williams, and Booker, it seems Briggs has put a little bit more pressure on his shoulders maybe than ever before. To what you were saying.
We got John Talks Everything who says there's no room for Grace on the main roster right now. Oh, there definitely is room. There's always room. I think there's always room.
One day, perhaps.
Oh, Rose Sanchez says, hey, Denise, I always thought you and Shotzi could be related. Oh, that's sweet. She's Filipino. I'm Mexican. I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit of a look thing. I don't know. But I really like her. Hold on. She's very sweet.
What a night, though, it has been. 2 women have already advanced next week's Fatal 4-Way. 2 more women in these Evolution Eliminators still to come. Blake Monroe will sign her contract.
This is a good question from William Pugh. Says, does anyone think that Jordan will be on an NXT champion before she moves up to the main roster? That's a great question, guys. You think she'll be NXT champion, or will she just go straight? Not straight because she's been in NXT, but do you think she'll be an NXT champion before she gets to the main roster? That's the question. I'll keep an eye out for some responses on that.
Japan. And if he wins it, I'm gonna be happy for the kid.
If Briggs wins,
that's a
speechless. All right.
Wesley just got chopped into next week.
W. Stein says, I think you look more like you could be Sky Blue's sister. What? I don't think I've gotten that one yet. I've gotten, okay, Shotzi, Sky Blue. I've gotten, one time I got Megan Bain, although she looks like a zillion bucks. I can't. And then also Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is the number one that I get in terms of like looks wise.
Tyson, Tyreek, you mentioned the numbers game, Vic. Certainly
Maybe my face is changing every week. Every week I just look like someone different.
I'm sure you think this is fair. Booker's over here giving a nod of approval.
I'm talking about Casey Navarro. He was just talking to me about something.
But double stop to the spine of Inamura, and this is what you were talking about, Graves. Wesley who goes into the cover, look at the dig. Inamura able to kick out Wesley.
We got Mike Centeni who says, yes, longer than JC, but briefly. Blake will beat her when Jordan moves up. Okay. Mike thinks she will be before she moves up to the main roster.
The next level of your career.
We got Carla here who says, I think she is not main roster material. I didn't mean any disrespect, but look at the cookie cutter they have. Jordan does not fit that. I think Jordan fits that because, or she fits the main roster because she's very like aggressive, you know? And she just like with her build that she has, the muscularness about her, I feel like she can definitely just, I mean, you know when I realized that she belonged in WWE? The moment I realized it was when she walked out at the Royal Rumble. The second she walked out, I'm like, oh, that girl, she looks like $1 million bucks. Like she just got, you know, a great reception there. She looked so good in the matchup too. All of the moments that she had with the girls in the Royal Rumble, it was just perfect. So that was honestly the moment where I realized, holy shit, she really could be in WWE and be one of their biggest stars if they wanted to.
Booker, they said that we were all blessed. Presence, but there is that TFL spear cover to put Inamura away and a near fall. Wow, look at some of this hard-hitting action.
Fast-paced, high impact. This is moments ago. Wesley.
Hey, what up, Deron Kincaid? He says, hey, what up, Denise? How are you doing? Sorry to repeat. I was on here early, but hope you're doing well. What up, DWO fam? How's everyone doing? Deron, thank you so much for joining on the stream earlier today, too. That was a very fun one. Obviously, when I'm doing like podcasts, it's a little bit harder to shout people out, but I always do so. And during the watch-alongs, it's a lot easier for sure. So I hope you enjoyed that one, too. Thank you, Deron.
Talking about on the combo.
We got Uncle Dunk. He says, hey, D and friends, dropping by to say hi. Watching Stanley Cup Finals right now. Enjoy NXT. Hey, I didn't even realize that was happening today, Uncle Dunk. So enjoy the game. Thank you for letting me know. I always forget when hockey's on. Honestly, like I forget sometimes it happens like during the week. I don't know why, but in my mind, sports are on the weekends. I know it's silly because you got Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and so many things happen throughout the week. But I guess in my mind, it's only on the weekends, even though I know it's during the week too. Thank you, Uncle Dong. I just keep forgetting, you know?
Inamura definitely needs to catch his breath and tag in a fresher partner, as does Wesley.
Lee reaching out, tagging in the TNA World Champion Trick Williams, who just got met by Briggs. And look, Booker, you talked about it. Does Briggs owe Inamura a tag team goal?
I think Trick tried to get out of the way of the impact from Josh Briggs, but in doing so, I think Trick may have run his own mouth.
Did you see that? I mean, that was awful quick tag by Big Josh Briggs trying to get out of this match.
I did see that, but you know,
I like this chop fest we're getting from Elijah to Trick.
For the TNA World Title. Everyone in TNA feeling the anxiety, feeling the pressure. They've got to get the TNA World Title back to TNA.
Elijah is fired up right now.
Oh! High impact.
You know what I'm really craving? I'm really craving a coffee right now. You know what I wish I had? An iced coffee. Right this second. That's what I need at this moment. Iced coffee.
Things starting to break down. You see
I've got no iced coffee.
He's feeling the effects from earlier tonight.
I'm debating. I'm like, but I want to kind of order an iced coffee, but I know if I do, it won't get here till like 30 minutes. And then by then it'll be like 7 o'clock by the time I get some. And it probably won't be too smart of me to have iced coffee at like 7 o'clock at night. Don says, how about some Jamba Juice? You know, I'm craving Jamba Juice today. I had an acai bowl earlier, so I feel like that covered my craving for cold food. That already happened with that. All right, wait, is he gonna pin Trick? Oh, that's interesting. Why would they do that? Oh, I didn't like that, guys. I did not like Trick Williams as TNA champion get pinned.
Throw caution to the wind. Pick up a W by any means necessary.
Am I the only one who felt this way, or am I just being like
And look at the height, most importantly.
am I just being nitpicky? I'm sorry, I didn't like that.
Who just pinned TNA World Champion.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Tonight for Briggs, Inamura, and Elijah.
Video last week was so fun. Now we gotta do it.
All right, we got Selruka and Zarya.
I reckon I liked that one. Yeah, a lot more than last week's video. No thanks to Lash and Ren.
We got Don here who says, no, it's not just you. Shouldn't have been Trick that was pinned. Yeah, that's got to be for a reason. I don't know why, but...
I got your back. No.
Oh, please do something with Blake Monroe, Tatum. Please, please. It's all I asked for. Anyways, let's see what everyone's saying here. Let's see. Oh, KL left. Why are you doing this to me? He says, iced coffee with the whipped cream on top. Yes. And a nice caramel drizzle. Oh, that's all I want. That's all I want. We got Dominic Carranza who says, not a fan of this move either unless they are setting something up. Roland Bird says, I don't like it either. Sam Fire says, my parents are hogging the TV, so I can't watch it. But yeah, parents also deserve to relax and watch some TV. Hopefully they're watching something good at least. We got RT here who says, decent match, but weird ending. Fergus says, who pinned Trick? Sorry, Jeff. Trick, it was Inamura. So yeah, that's how I feel. Malik says, nah, you're right. ¿Por qué, NXT? ¿Por qué? There you go. I got a Deniseism. I'm just going to, instead of saying why, I'm going to say ¿por qué? But you got to do the thing. You got to do the firework hands. ¿Por qué? There we go. I got a Denise-ism, and it only took me 20 minutes to find one. We got Mike Centeni here who says, what is going on with this show? After this first match, everything has a weird finish or some kind of WTF moment. Yeah, I mean, it started the same with that opening match with Thea and Jada, where we still haven't seen Thea go back there and like complain to Ava, which she should. girl, go out there and like speak your minds, like say what you got to say, so that she can, they can figure something out. I think that's their way of moving Jada forward, but then also keeping the feud. Like the feud's going to continue with Jada and Thea at some point, maybe after the tournament. That's how I imagine that they're going to use this. What happened in this match where she tapped. I have a feeling they're going to use that for Thea to basically be like, you didn't deserve to be in that tournament. I deserve to be in that tournament, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's what happened. Thank you so much, Mike. We got Pee-wee here who says, Denise, do you work for WWE? Yes or no? The answer is no, I don't work for WWE. Yeah, the answer is no. Sorry, Pee-wee. I know some people think that because I do like wrestling interviews with WWE superstars, I know they think I work for WWE, and I do get that quite a bit. But no, I'm just media. So yeah, no actual working relationship with WWE. All right, let's go through some more comments here and see what everyone is saying. Thank you so much, Taylor, who says, tuning in before the CMLL show, was listening to the Grapsado episode at work, and it's really touching to hear y'all reminiscing your friendship. A real wholesome show. Taylor, thank you so much. I really like that. Sometimes I wish that I can just like turn a microphone on and have people listen to our conversations when we're just chatting in regular life. And it's just fun. It's just fun. I have a different relationship with all those guys, and they're all just good people, and when you find good friends, it's nice to keep them. I don't consider myself someone with lots of friends. I know people, but friends, I only have a few, and those are definitely some of my friends, people that I actually message on a daily basis and, check in with and talk about, their families and things like that. So it is nice. It is nice. Thank you, Taylor. And I'm glad you tuned in for that too. It was a very good turnout too. A very good turnout. All right, let me go through some more comments here. We got Arnold here says that Thea announced on Twitter and X she tapped out. Yeah, she definitely did. She's got to go in there and, do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. All right, let me go through some more here. Thank you, King of Strong Style. He says Denise is a boss. She works for herself. Yes, I try my best. All right, we're back on the show. Lewis says, hey, Denise, not watching NXT, but I'm enjoying the stream. Oh, thanks, Lewis. I'm glad you are enjoying today's stream, and hopefully you can get something out of NXT from listening to the audio. Terrell Diggs says, Denise, do you think WWE will buy TNA? Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't already. I really, really am surprised. Davion Washington says that Grapsado podcast ruled. Yeah! All right, there we go. We got Stevie Turner, Ava, and Robert Stone. Tell me it's Thea. Tell me it's Thea ready to complain.
You hit me in the face, and I'm supposed to believe you.
It's not Thea. It's Tony D and Luca.
Okay, well, we're going to find out. Ava, how you doing?
What?
Listen, you saw punch right to the mouth. Tony, how many times do I have to tell you it was meant for Stacks? Well, how about I get Ava to get you a match with Stacks, huh? Tony, what are you doing? I don't want to face Stacks. Yeah, because you're working with him. Stop accusing me. Prove it to me.
All right, enough. Tony, I can tell that you're fed up from whatever happened, but I can't give him a match against Stacks anyways.
Oh, because you're working with him, huh? What is wrong with you?
No, I'm the GM. I'm not working with him. Stacks already has a match next week against Noam Dar for the Heritage Cup.
Why does he get a cup match?
Because he mentioned the last person he beat was a former Heritage Cup champion. And because his consigliere signed off on it.
Is what? Not me. Tony, I swear I wasn't anything. I have nothing to do with this, Tony. Unbelievable. T, you can check the documents. My name is inside of it.
All right, good. Moving on. Woo! All right, it looks like Zarya and Soruka. I forget what match is happening. Zarya versus... Who's she wrestling again? Oh, yeah, Izzy Dame. Okay. This one's kind of interesting. I don't know who's going to take this one. These girls have kind of been pushed equally the same between Izzy, Dame, and Zarya. But you know what I do hate? And I said this last week, I think, on the post show. I hate that we're seeing more of Zarya than we are of Soruka when Soruka is the champion. Let me see. When's the last time we saw Soruka in action? And how many times has she even defended that title? Because I thought when she won the title, we would see so much more of her. And instead, she's been a background act to Zarya. It's annoying.
They are two
Let me see.
That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. You're entitled to
Guys,
be wrong. That's okay.
what?
I'll tell you, you were wrong whenever it's proven to be the case. The fact
Hold
is,
on.
Zarya is a dangerous
Okay, so she won the title at Stand and Deliver, okay, and then she had one match against Carmen Petrovic on April 29th.
NXT Women's Division.
She won, and then after that she was on Speed, and she won that. Okay, but that doesn't count. We're only counting NXT stuff. Then she had the one PLE match with Kelani Jordan, which she won, obviously, and that's where she defended her title. And that's it, guys. So since she won the title, she has had one title defense. That was the Kelani match, and one match on NXT TV, and that's it. Everything else, she's been performing on Speed or the NXT house show loops. So I kind of hate that, her winning the championship, and we've seen more of Zarya, who's supposed to, I don't know, just be her friend, and now it feels like Soruka is her, I don't even know what. It's just weird.
Is now available under the WWE podcast.
Yeah, I agree with Corey Stelly here, who says Soruka should be pushed as a champion. Damn right she should. Damn right.
Download 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker on all audio platforms.
Jared Thomas says, is she hurt? I don't think so. She just wrestled June 14th on a house show, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say no, because then she wouldn't have been wrestling on that house show or those house shows. So I don't love it. I want to see her wrestle more. I feel like being champion has taken from her instead of adding from her. All right, here we go. Zarya versus Izzy.
To this matchup, this is the third Evolution Eliminator of the night. Lash legend Jakara Jackson, Jada Parker have already advanced in next week's Fatal 4-Way. First time these two have met one-on-one. Big right hand by Zarya, caught though by Izzy. I mean, you take a look at these two women in this matchup. Is Zarya envious of Soul?
Look here. Zarya's keeping that championship really close. I totally understand that.
Damn, Zarya's like in beast mode right now. She's eating Izzy Dame for dinner.
You gotta secure that championship. So right now, Zarya's doing the right thing.
She is like going 100 miles per hour right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, like,
look, first time these two have met one-on-one.
I'm thinking maybe Zarya takes this because she's just, Izzy's not looking anywhere near Zarya. Izzy's not matching Zarya's intensity right now. So I think it might be Zarya.
Spend 10 seconds making a TikTok video with anybody.
One second. Don't just be a talking head. That's what he's trying to say.
That's what you are on your show with Brad. What do you mean talking head? I look, they have fun social media posts. They finish each other's sentences, as we just witnessed. They both have extended the branch of friendship to someone like Tatum. You know, they're on the same page. They're friends. You talk about, would she do it? Yeah, we've seen the posts on social media. Last week's was ruined, as a matter of fact, by Kelani and Lash. As right now, Soul on the outside, rooting on her partner, her friend, who is one step away from that fatal 4-Way.
You spend more time on TikTok than my teenage daughter. It's disturbing. The power of Zarya looking to turn the lights out on Izzy Dame.
In control is Zarya. Booker, I also want to talk about
beautiful, baby.
Just how big it is. Going into the cover, hook of the leg, and a kick out. Which one of these two women will advance to next week's 4-Way? Who will inch closer to Evolution?
All right, we're going on a commercial break, but we'll be keeping the action in this match here. Let's see what we got here. Mark Jones says, Denise, are you enjoying NXT tonight? It's been okay. I'm really looking forward to Jordan versus Lola Vice. That's the match I most want to see. But so far it's been okay. So I'm looking forward to that match, and I'm also looking forward to Blake Monroe. But there's been a couple of segments on the show that I just didn't really feel. Like, I'm not caring about the Tony D stuff. I didn't care for the Chase U stuff. The 6-man was okay, but I didn't like the ending either, so I guess I didn't like that either. I was a little bit baffled by the way that Thea Hale lost against Jada. So far, maybe it's been leaning a little bit more towards me not being in love with the show, but I'm pretty sure the last 30 minutes will be good, again, because you have the segments I'm most looking forward to in those closing 30 minutes. Thank you, Mark.
Roster here in NXT. You may not make it to the match you so desire, but every opportunity can change your career.
That's fair. And, you know, as this matchup has gone on, it's really been 50-50 down the middle. Booker, if you break this down to your opinion.
And Cooley Coker says, go Zarya. Yeah, I think she'll get that. The Twan Rocket says, Corey's always good for a good line. Yeah, he has some funny moments in there. Enjoy yourself, Carla. Thank you so much for always tuning into the streams. I hope to see you on the next one, Carla. We got Glenn Shelton who says, the girl Thekla impresses me a lot. Yeah, Thekla's fun. She's been fun.
Is he able to counter? Oh, shoulders down, another near fall. Strength advantage. You talk about strategy. And now Izzy trying to overpower. Zarya overpowering with a spinning back elbow. And, turning right around. I mean, what a match.
Izzy's also been doing good with the calling. I liked her promo from last week. That was nice. Good delivery.
I think you really can choose someone who has the strength advantage. They're both showing up and showing out.
Izzy Dane definitely has there's something about Izzy. Talk about that it factor. Izzy Dane definitely.
I think
another kick out.
But yeah, I think this is part of the reason why I don't normally do NXT watch along. Because there are some parts of the show where I'm just like, ooh. This one hasn't been terrible though.
So many women that are eyeing up that NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah, there are just some things that hit a little harder than others. Like I'm either really into something or I'm not into anything at all. Like it's no in between for me sometimes. It's just either or.
Everybody says JC Jane is beatable. Who is going to actually accomplish that? Because you've got a hungry locker room, and with the departures of Roxanne Perez, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer heading up to Raw and SmackDown, the opportunity cannot be.
You got Tiger Claw here who says Lola is my favorite. Oh my gosh! So when I went to Worlds Collide, you guys saw that I sat on the rampway, and so I was getting videos of everybody's entrances. Right? I shot this video of Lola's entrance, and I posted it up on social media. Oh my God! That video got so much attention. Everybody was like, you know, jaws on the floor, saliva coming out of their mouths, eyes spurting love hearts all over. They were going crazy over that video because, and it was a really good angle. Like my angle of that Lola Vice entrance, it was good. It was good. I got the hips don't lie action and everything going. King of Strong Style says it's freaking Lola. That's a fact. Yeah, she was somebody that was very liked.
Suplex, nice counter.
King of Strong Style says she has more curves than NASCAR. That's great.
Izzy Dame right now. Charging right in.
Yeah, so that video went viral. I think that video of Lola got more views than the Stephanie Vaquer one, which was surprising. I wasn't expecting that. I think the reason for it is that when she comes out, you can kind of see her a little bit more. I think when Stephanie comes out, because her entrance is a lot darker, I feel like you don't see her as good as the way that you see Lola when she comes out. So I think that was probably the biggest difference as to why Lola's video went more viral than Stephanie's video did. Joseph Boza says, still can't believe you got a deal for Worlds Collide ticket for $150. $150. Row 13, beat 3, right by the rampway. Incredible. I was thrilled when I saw that. I was literally eating breakfast and I went on Ticketmaster to go check what the situation was. I couldn't believe that ticket was even available. Thank you for the kind comment, Latwan.
I think that's what he said, man.
Well, Spears said he suffered so that she and Nico can thrive. To be fair, without Izzy, Spears would not have won the North American Championship several months ago. As Izzy looking for her own championship dream. Big clothesline by Zarya. And Zarya right now seems to have gotten a second win here, Graves.
Nice, boot.
And Zarya now starting to find that momentum.
I don't know where, I don't know how, but your eyes are not deceiving you. Zarya turning the tides of this matchup. Big body slam. Can Zarya finish the
telling you, Zarya's been woman handling Izzy Dame in this matchup.
Got all of it.
fired up. Power versus power here in this third.
Oh, there's
Eliminator.
Tatum Paxley. She's grabbing Soruka on the outside. Oh, she's gonna distract Zarya, and Izzy's gonna get the win like that.
By Izzy Dave.
Yeah.
Dave
Oh
just dropped
no. Well, at least this will continue to further escalate the separation of Soruka and Zarya, I hope. But we all know that Tatum Paxley has been looking for a friend, and she's obsessed with women that are champions. She loves the gold, and she loves champion women. So that's probably why she went out there and hugged Soruka. She just wants the hug. Why you gotta be so mean?
Down low, Izzy Dave advances to the fatal four.
All right, so Izzy advances. So Izzy's in, Jada's in, and we still got
chaos. It is now chasing the NXT
and
Women's Championship.
I forgot who won between Kelani and Lash. Was it Lash?
Together, and brother, you
Why don't I remember who won?
You deserve a TNA championship match. And
was it Lash?
Know that Santina was watching.
Forgot who won that.
I never saw that. But Briggs, you're my friend.
Oh, thank you, Austin. Lash.
I came back from Japan for you.
I don't know why I forgot. That just completely couldn't remember who won that match.
I want you to have it.
All right, so Jada, Lash,
Are you sure? Yes.
and Izzy.
I want us to sing.
Okay, I hope Jordan makes it into that matchup. So far, my pick to win is Jada. Unless Jordan makes it, then it's Jordan.
Champion. That is bigger. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love that. That's how you think, brother.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That certainly qualifies as big thoughts from Inamura.
If you want to come get it.
All right, here we go. It's time.
The following is an Evolution Eliminator.
I'm like just dancing along to Lola Vibes' entrance.
Lola Vibes.
All right, this will be fun.
Corey, how can Lola use Worlds Collide as a confidence builder tonight?
I think Lola Vice understands that Worlds Collide was a global event. She had more eyes on
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
her than any other point in her career.
I like her theme song too.
From a tag
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
team victory alongside none other than Stephanie Vaquer, and change your own career for the better.
All right, there's Jordan, buff Sabrina.
And from Austin,
Buff Sabrina Carpenter.
And let's set the stage, Parker.
Ooh, my video on Sabrina is doing pretty good. Yay, I'm glad people liked it.
Fatal four-way to determine the #1 contender to the NXT Women's Championship.
All right, 1 second, guys. I'm going to turn on the light.
WWE Evolution.
Emo Niece was out. Emo Niece was out and thriving. We need to put Emo Niece away.
Caught up with George Grace earlier today. Asked her what the
Tiger Claw says, I liked hearing the theme song too until I had it on 2K25 and they played it 1,000 times. Oh, Lola's theme?
She considers herself
That's funny.
a pioneer to a degree
Bum, bum, bum.
outside of WWE. But
All right, here we go. I was looking forward to this. Hopefully it's good.
on the grandest stage.
Lola's in for a challenge because Jordan, with the way she moves. Hey, Mike Centeni says Jordan wins the 4-way, beats JC, holds it until Rumble weekend, drops to Blake, then gets called up in Rumble. Let's book it. Interesting, Mike. I'm kind of hoping that we end up getting. Yeah, you know what? I can see that something like that playing out. I think Jordan might possibly win the 4-way. I do think she'll beat JC for sure. And I can see her, yeah, like you said, holding it all the way until Rumble weekend, holding it, maybe not even Rumble weekend, maybe even sooner than that. I mean, we still have half a year. They still got some big shows coming up. They got NXT Deadline coming up. That's a pretty big show to determine the Iron Survivor. Who knows? Maybe the Iron Survivor winner could be Blake Monroe if she's still on NXT by then. We'll see. Thank you, Mike Centeni.
Can we see it? Are we gonna get a little Cholula green on top?
Cholula green? Woo!
And Lola Vice sending a message to the women's locker room. Who will earn
I like that. Welcome to Vice City.
next week?
I know there's so many people that are like, it should have been me. When Lola did the hip attack to Jordan, I'm pretty sure everybody was like, it should have been me.
By Lola Vice. And, you know, Graves, when you take a look at, I suppose this matchup is a quick kick, a cover, and a kick out. Do some people view Jordan
Corey
Grace's
Stelly says, how do I become a member of the DWO? So there's two ways, Corey. Usually people gift memberships, and if you get enough to get one like that, that's kind of the easiest way. But I don't know how YouTube distributes those. They don't really tell us how that happens. It's just by luck. And then the other option is simply by joining, and you would, when you go to the bottom of the video, on the video that you're on right now, if you go to the area where it says, usually where it says subscribe to the channel, there's, once you're subscribed, it gives you an option to join. If you click join, it will tell you, you just follow the prompt on how to join from there. Thank you, Corey.
Opportunity yet again.
I mean, this business has always been about what have you done for me lately. And that's
Terrence Sullivan says, Jordan got death rumbled shaking my damn head. It makes you have like no reaction to like the person who's coming out whenever they get death rumbled.
Right now, that was a rude awakening. Gotta stick to the game plan. Stick to what got you here, man.
And you asked the question about Jordan Grace. I would say almost the opposite is true for Lola Vice. Coming from the mixed martial arts world, not everybody that translates has success. Not everybody can make that crossover to the level of some superstars we've seen in the past, but Lola Vice continues to improve steadily each and every time out.
And Lola Vice going up.
Oh, God.
Talk about that strength. Lola sensing it, able to get low, able to take the vertical base out.
I think Lola might have a knee bar locked in. I can't quite see from this angle.
Necessarily know if that last leg, that left leg is wrapped around fully. And look at Jordan Grace able to overpower, trying to get Lola's shoulders down. Did it.
I like that Lola matches.
I don't know if is it a knee bar or is it
she brings her own kind of intensity into these matches.
Either way, no doubt.
Like, she's not letting go of the leg of Jordan right now.
Extremely painful.
Able to break the hold and grabbing onto that left.
Roland Bird says Booker T is crazy. Yeah, he is.
Because it does appear that Lola has been trying to use Booker, that MMA background, that submission style to certain degrees.
Got Terrence Matthews says, I hope Lola Vice wins the whole thing. I'm still thinking it's either Jordan or Jada. It's one of them two that I think takes it, and I'm leaning more towards Jordan.
Breakout tournament winner. And that right there,
if Lola happens to win today, then I think Lola should all the way.
A loss here, a loss there could totally.
But that's only if she wins right now against Jordan.
Turn him first into the turnbuckle and again.
Ooh, that's kind of brutal.
Get her hands up because she's caught
getting shoved face forward into the turnbuckle is not fun, especially because it was like hitting her right in the throat and the face and the boobs, the whole upper echelon of
holding on to the top rope
of Lola.
By any means necessary. No, just got pulled away. The power on display. Nice counter though by Lola.
It looks like Lola might be looking.
I like her using the knees to like squish the head of Jordan right now. She just kept like.
And I thought she was going to try to maybe move around her hands a little bit, try to switch position to get maybe the octopus locked in, but instead.
All right, we're back in 20 seconds from the commercial break.
Jordan Grace trying to power out, trying to break this hold. Able to do so for a moment. Jumping out here for another submission. Lola.
That's a guillotine. That's a guillotine.
Looking for a tap. Looking for a tap.
All right, we're back in 2 seconds.
Guillotine cinched in deep, and again, Jordan Grace not able to overpower the first time, not able to overpower again. Almost looking for some right hands. Grace just able to slip through, find a way to get away, and now create a little separation. It's time now to look at tonight's NXT recap presented by Progressive.
Over goes Jordan Grace.
Got caught, hoisted up, bam! Drop center of the ring. Grace follows up.
Nice.
Falls into the cover to head to next week.
I'm liking this match, guys. I think Jordan and Lola have good chemistry with each other.
In the ring, if you think about Jordan Grace and everything she has done to get to this
like
point,
they've kept me locked into this matchup
because you can see agony on her face.
Thank you as always, Mike.
Gotta leave it all.
Have a good rest of your night.
Big stay high stakes match right here. We talked about it. This is for evolution. This is for a chance, for a shot. And right, you don't want to let something like that go. Trust me on that.
And now looking for a little Grace under pressure again.
Oh, got her.
Triangle.
And Jordynne Grace reaching out. She is so close yet so far away from that bottom rope. Grace, look at the
Lola's
body
been
position.
doing a hell of a job here today.
The shoulder under Jordynne Grace.
I mean, she always does. That was expected, but Jordynne is just, you know, she's obviously very advanced, so she's been holding her own. She's been holding her own in this matchup.
Oh, but the power is the name of the game for Jordynne Grace. And I looked up from my monitor. You can see Jordynne. She's holding her chest. She's holding her left knee. She's holding an arm. She is being dissected by Lola Vice.
No doubt. Jordynne Grace tomorrow morning will fight tonight with the power, the Juggernaut's wheelhouse, if you will. The game changer there, and the reason this match is still going on.
It's up in the air. This match is up in the air right now, guys.
We got to give some appreciation to our general manager, Ava, making sure NXT is part of the second WWE Evolution.
What a beast mode.
What I like about what Ava's done, nobody's getting a free ride here.
And we still have Blake Monroe's contract signing after this, by the way.
Grace at first did not succeed, trying to change her game. All these women matches tonight have been hard-hitting affairs.
Because all of these women understand what's at stake. The next step, one major step in the direction of Atlanta, Georgia, and the historic Evolution event. But it all begins tonight.
Oh, wait a minute, check it out.
Looking for an armbar, perhaps.
Looking for another submission, definitely. And Lola has been so close to gold in the past. She believes she's one opportunity away.
Oh, damn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, maybe there is a chance Lola takes this. Wait. Ah, dude, I thought she was going to get, for a split second, I thought she could have gotten it right there. It really felt like she could have gotten it.
Lola Vice now.
She's fired up.
She needs that.
Oh my gosh. I feel the energy like leaning more towards. Oh no! Ah! Oh no! We're about to finish off Lola. I think this might be it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Lola. Sorry, girl. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is Jordynne's to win now. I think Jordynne's winning the entire thing. I think she's got to. She's definitely got to. But yeah, I do agree with Joseph, who says Stephanie should have lost to Jordynne. Yup, I'm still with that. Everyone thought, like, dude, Jordynne's going to the main roster, and that's why Stephanie didn't drop the title to her. Nope, they just decided to go a different direction. But I love this match. I agree with Johnny T here, who says great match. Zeno Hour says great match. King of Strong Style says W pin, though. Yeah, that was fun, man. Ion Coley says Juggernaut, yeah. WrestleMania says I thought Lola had it. I did too. That one point when she hit her with the spinning heel kick, I thought it was over right there. Davion Washington says good match. King of Strong Style says the crowd not happy. Yeah, they were. Lola was the underdog in this for sure. We got James Irving who says, damn. Joseph Both says this was a great match, but Stephanie should have lost to Jordynne. No, I feel like it was, I feel like Jordynne winning this was pretty expected.
It all started with
it would have been, I like Lola too, but I think Jordynne winning was expected. We got Jamie here who says Jordynne is definitely winning next week. Shame she got Def Rebelled. I don't know, but I find that term so funny, getting Def Rebelled. So funny. Thank you so much, Kiwi. He says, Denise, I love your chat. Yes, I'm glad you think so. I try my best to keep it nice in here. We got Anthony here who says her new theme is awful. I never noticed this, which is also probably why, because there's nothing to notice. All right, but now we can finally get into Blake Monroe. I can't wait to hear her theme.
Jordynne Grace driving Lola Vice high on her neck and shoulders, and Grace earns her entry.
All right, let me get a graphic of this.
One woman will earn an NXT championship match in Atlanta at WWE.
All right, so next week we find out who's going to be facing the champ at Evolution.
Tatum, why would you do that? You cost me a shot at the women's championship.
I know. I didn't mean for any of that. I'm sorry.
Yes, we know you didn't mean it. Yeah? Well, now I'm not in the full way.
Huh? It's okay. Don't listen to them.
Here we go.
Remember what I told you. They're not your real friends. I mean, I don't see you in any of their little TikToks. If they cared about you, Tatum, they would include you.
That's true, though. I don't know why no one wants to be Tatum's friend. So rude.
No, you know what?
Oh, there's Blake. She's going to have a little...
Well, the time
Maybe we should
is
just
now.
dog
There
them.
is Blake Monroe. She will sign her NXT
Yeah.
contract live next.
Oh my gosh, she is walking with so much sass and so much attitude. I love it. All right. Well, in the meantime, while we wait for the final segment with Blake Monroe signing her contract, I do want to take a second, guys, and let you all know a couple of things. Actually, the first thing is that I have a brand new sponsor called MyBookie. MyBookie is a betting website where you can go on and you can bet on different types of stuff like the NHL, NBA, UFC, and get this, guys, the WWE. I know that most of us aren't used to betting on WWE. It kind of feels like a new thing. It feels like a new thing for me because I just started with MyBookie and I started betting for Money in the Bank, and I did make some money back, which was very, very nice. So for those of you who are interested in doing that, just head on over to mybookie.ag or just search MyBookie and use that code Denise. And if you do get extra money. Like whatever you deposit, you end up getting extra. So if you deposit like $50, you get an extra $25. If you deposit $100, then you get $50. And of course, the more you deposit, the more you get. But it is kind of fun for those of you who are interested in doing something like that, as well as other different types of betting, for any other sport that you guys like, NBA, NHL, MLB, NFL, any of that type of stuff. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is Fanatics Fest. I will be there this weekend for any of you guys who do want to go. The affiliate link should be in my description box below. If not, I will add it afterwards. But I will be there for that. Also, the other thing I need to promote here is Animeverse. So June 28th through the 29th, I will be in Kansas City. For anybody here who's in the Kansas City area, I hope to see you at Wrestleverse Fest. I'm going to be there as a social media correspondent trying to get interviews with other, with wrestling talent and whatnot. Sting's going to be there. Let me see who else is going to be there, actually. I know several wrestlers are obviously going to be there, but I don't remember all of them, so give me a second. Okay, Scott Steiner's going to be there, Jerry the King Lawler, Anna Jay and Ty Mello, Danhausen, Sting, Rick Steiner, Elena Black, who you guys know as a former Cora Jade's going to be there, Saraya, Booker T, Farouk, Santino Marella, and Kevin Nash. So a lot of people, and then little old me will be there too. So I can't wait. That should be fun. It's going to be my first time in Kansas City. Thank you so much for that. And then the last thing I need to end it to, I'm promoting a lot today, guys. Don't mind me. The next thing I need to promote is the Patreon. I've been uploading bonus podcasts on the Patreon, as well as watch along videos and things like that. And that's patreon.com/Denise Salcedo. God. And then I don't have graphics for the other things, but the other things, you know what? That's it for tonight. I'll get the graphics for the rest of the stuff that I need to promote, and I'll promote that tomorrow. I'm trying to get so much better at promotion because I feel like the number one thing that I usually promote is YouTube, and I'm really good at promoting YouTube, but I kind of fail at everything else. So I'm trying to make sure to let people know, hey, I got this going on and this going on and that going on, so that people can be aware. So yeah, it'll just take a second. All right. We're back in 13 seconds here on the actual show. So we're almost there. Dominic Carranza says, I'd be more concerned if you did it. I know. It's just sometimes I feel like, yeah. All right, we're back on the show.
Mania returns to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada on Saturday.
Fergus says, promoting the Patreon yourself, what Chinedu going to do later. I know, right? Chinedu's so good at promoting. He's just like on it. I don't even got to say nothing. I just sit there and nod.
The Heritage Cup.
Last week people were asking where Noam Dar is. Well, this is the first time we've seen him in a couple of weeks since he came back and won the Heritage Cup.
I've had the honor of carrying her, and it gives me great pride that my name has been on this trophy more than anyone else.
Now we got to get rid of this Heritage Cup already. Sorry, guys.
Noam Dar
I
has been the gold
can't.
standard for the Heritage Cup. And Supernova
Let's
11,
get rid of this Heritage Cup already.
plans on keeping it that way.
Let it go.
Well, Noam Dar is in his record 4th reign.
All right, Noam Dar versus Stacks next week.
Some call him the greatest Heritage Cup champion ever. He'll defend it next week against Stacks right here on NXT. Let's go back to earlier tonight. It was a 6-man tag team matchup. There you see in a
We got Hamsan210. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, I asked 2 other YouTubers this. I booked Zack Ryder to have an underdog WrestleMania World title push on a game. Would you enjoy that story in real life? Oh, hell yeah. Zack Ryder, who is now Matt Cardona, is, by the way, they just booked the TNA World title on the line between Josh Briggs and Trick Williams for next week. But Zack Ryder, who you guys know right now as Matt Cardona, has one of the most fun personalities, has always been ahead of his time. I've always liked Zack Ryder, even now also as Matt Cardona, and I would have loved to see something like that play out for him. I think he definitely had what it took to be that guy, and I wish that he would go back. I wish that I don't wish, but I would hope if he wanted to, I would hope that he would go back to WWE if that was something he wanted, because he's really proven himself time and time again that he does belong there, and he's so much different now, obviously, as Matt Cardona, but yeah, I would have loved to see something like that back in the day. Thank you, Hamsan210.
I continue to add to that as the hottest free agent in sports entertainment joins an already stacked women's roster and officially signs
WrestleMania. There's Discord, Facebook, Patreon, pretty much all platforms.
Please help me welcome to the ring
at this point.
the
All of them.
glamour, Blake
It's exhausting, but it's happening. All right, here we go. I want to see Blake's entrance. Oh, cute. All right, it's cute.
NXT Universe standing ovation for the newest woman to arrive to Tuesday nights.
Booker, you need help getting your jaw off the desk.
Booker.
Taliban.
Oh yeah, she looks great. I love her wink. She has the perfect wink. Very hard to get a very good wink like that going.
The moment you've all gushed, gasped, and glammed for is finally here. This is the best women's division in the world. And I've been dreaming of hopping into bed with the kind of talent in that women's locker room.
No, she's bringing a flair of those of her AEW verbiage.
It's no secret, WWE has always been my dream. And now that I'm here, this women's division is all mine.
Sultry.
Because the glamour raises the bar, turns heads, and redefines what it means to be a star. So, ladies, I'm sure you're listening. The spotlight is now firmly on the glamour. Blake Monroe.
Oh, she's got the cute pink fuzzy pen. Okay, and there's JC Jane as expected.
Talk about how official it is. The contract has officially been signed by Blake Monroe.
Ava, darling, yeah, quick question for you. Why are you out here kissing the newbie's ass like this?
Fair question. Although she should be impartial.
The last time I checked, Fatal Influence has been running this division all year. And did we ever get any sort of celebration for it, Fallon? Did we get anything?
Nope.
No.
I mean, not one. Sure as hell not for my NXT Women's North American Championship.
Of course not. And Blake, I won't lie. It's impossible to keep our eyes off of you. Like, this is so cute. But if you really think you came here to take what
Gosh,
Fatal
she's
Influence
so
has
much
built,
taller than all of
you're
them.
delusional. Oh. Oh.
I didn't realize how
oh,
tall she was.
Yeah. The rumors are true. Fatal Influence are as insecure as they are bitches.
Okay, all right. It's reality check time, sweetheart. This division doesn't need you. You're nothing more than another new flavor of the month. And I've seen people like you walk through that door time and time again, and you can try all you...
JC, have you ever tried this one?
Oh, she stole that's Sabrina's quote, guys. Have you ever tried this one? That is all Sabrina Carpenter right there. That's what Sabrina does in her Juno pose. In her Juno pose for her concert.
Oh, no. Come on.
Not how our general manager thought the night would go. I can't believe what we just witnessed with those three women.
If you want to take the spotlight off of the glamour and put it back on Fatal Influence, this is how you do it in extremely painful.
Okay, so you know what, guys? I honestly think that I think JC Jane's dropping the belt to to Blake Monroe at a NXT Great American Bash, and I think that by the time we get to Evolution, it's gonna be Mariah May versus whoever wins that Eliminator. I don't know why. That's just like how I'm kind of feeling about that. That's yeah. And look, it looks like Arnold was thinking the exact same thing. Mariah versus JC at Great American Bash. That's honestly what I'm thinking too, and I think she will go up against whoever wins that Eliminator at Evolution. So yeah, I do think she will be champ before Evolution, and that's how she finds herself. I think she'll be on both shows.
Not to be outdone. Tonight there was
That's just the vibe I'm getting from all of this.
Jada Parker, Lash legend, Jordan Grace, all victorious. Those four women now have one opportunity. Who heads to Atlanta? Who heads to WWE Evolution? Who will have an NXT Women's Championship opportunity? We find out live next week on NXT. But again, I can't get over what we just witnessed.
Blake Monroe came to NXT because she wanted the spotlight. She wanted to be in the headlines, but not in this fashion. Tonight belongs to JC Jane.
Ah, crap. I forgot her name's Blake Monroe.
Not what our general manager, Ava, thought.
Let me edit my
happen
post.
Tonight. A glorious, glamorous moment ruined as a fatal attraction to the women's
I wrote Mariah May. Whoops.
may have been Monroe's
Whoops.
first fatal mistake as she officially arrives here in NXT.
Oh my gosh, guys. Today's post show is going to be like 2 minutes long. I have no idea how Chin and I are going to get an actual lengthy post show for today. Not that much happened on today's show, by the way. But let's go ahead and wait for Chin to get in here, and then we'll go ahead and get the party started. But in the meantime, though, I do want to take a second and let you guys know about, well, no matter what position you're trying, if you get a chance to try any position, make sure you try it with Blue Chew promo code Denise. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. So make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use the promo code Denise. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code Denise. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. All right, I'm still waiting for Chinedu to get in here. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and catch up on this other super chat that we got here from Issa David. Issa, thank you so much. Issa says, I'm 3 hours away from Kansas City. I might attend. I haven't watched NXT since Roxy left. No wrestler connects with me. And Mariah May, Blake Monroe, stupid name, is not it because she will be nerfed. Look, I really love Blake Monroe. And I think once she gets the ball rolling, I think it'll be good. I love so far the vignettes that they've been doing for her. I think that's been my favorite part thus far. And she just talks differently. She walks differently. She presents herself differently. So she's a real attention grabber where you look at her and you're just like, I can't stop staring. I'm going to listen to every word you say. That's how I feel when Blake Monroe is on TV. God, it feels so weird calling her Blake. I'm like, she's Mariah. Anyways, every time Blake talks, I can't help but to just be like in awe of her, mesmerized by her. So I'm liking her so far. And again, I'm going to share my predictions once we get into this post show with Chinedu. And then I do hope you make it through Kansas City. It'll be very fun. I'm going to fly out there. I think I fly out there on Friday morning. And then I fly out Sunday night. So I'll pretty much be there the whole weekend. And I've never been to Kansas City. So I'm excited. I don't really know what to expect from Kansas City. I know nothing of Kansas City. Nothing. So it's going to be a brand new world, a whole new world. A whole new world. All right, Issa David, thank you so much for your generous super chat. Seriously, lots of love to you. And yeah, hopefully I see you at the actual show. All right, let's see what else we got here. And guys, I don't know where Chin is at. Usually he's here a little bit earlier than he is right now. And I don't want to get into my thoughts before he gets here since it wasn't that crazy of a show. Not that much happened. So I'm just like, let's see what we can get out of this. So I really need Chinedu to hop on in, get in the show so we can get the party started. RT says Chin better not be running from the grind. No, he already ran from the grind last week. He was celebrating, obviously, his anniversary, so that was nice. Sheldon Jackson, yes, you're so right. He's changing diapers. That is always Chinedu's excuse is that he's changing diapers. That man must be covered in diapers at this point with how many he's changed. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got 6 Maxwell here who says, I give tonight's show a 7.5 out of 10. All right, not too bad. I don't know why. It's so crazy because even with all of the women's matches that we had, we still had all the other stuff. And I was like, But I did like that all of finally Chin's here. Chin. Oh, wait, where is he at? Oh, no. Hey, Chin, where were you? We were like, what is taking Chin so long?
I don't know what's going on. I was watching it live, right? And it just.
Oh, no.
5 minutes. And I finally just caught the end of it right now.
Chin, your internet's not working.
Huh?
Your internet keeps going out.
It's going out?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You might have to go back in and come back in.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. I love Chinedu. He's always so happy, so jolly. He's like, that's so funny. Let me 1 second. I'm just gonna wait for Chin. He's supposed to be in here for just a second, so we'll get in there in a second. Nishi Emmanuel says he was officiated a Jada Parker match. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. He's in his ref shirt, and he also loves Jada Parker. So, yeah, that's definitely it right there. All right, let me go through some more comments. Sarah says, "Guys, gotta love him." Like, I've never seen someone, usually when people's internet is down, they're like frustrated, they're mad, they're like, oh, this stupid internet. Chin's like, yeah, I'll be right back, I'm gonna go fix my internet. Chin's the only person that I know that would be happy about actually having to fix said internet. Giant T says he's the ref for tonight's show. He's the reason Thea Hale lost. I'm gonna tell him, yo, oh, that's how I'm gonna kick off the podcast, actually. I'm gonna be like, yo, why were you in position? All right, let me see. Chin, hey. All right, I think you're good now. You're coming in clear.
Hey,
Turn your mic on. Are you using your mic on? Okay, you're good.
Am I good? Can you hear me? All right, great. Am I in?
No, you're
Okay.
good. You're good. You're good. All right,
All
let
right.
me start this. Let me pop up the 1 second. I just need to get this going. This is probably going to be a fast super show just because post show just because there was only so much that happened on the show. But let's get to it. Here we go.
No problem.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is Tuesday, June 17th. Denise Salcedo here. We've Chinedu Ogu reunited once again. Congratulations on your anniversary last week. How many years did you guys complete?
This year made 13 years. We linked up, got married on that 2012. Got linked up. It was an amazing time. Use that promo code. Denise got me a good old pack of Blue Chew. You know what I'm saying? Went on that. Popped me 2, 4, 7, 15 of them. You know what I'm saying? Probably got to go to the hospital after that, though. But, it was a good time, though. Had a good time. It was an amazing time. But I celebrated my wife. It was great. Went to dinner. And, we went to, at a kid-free night. That my parents in here. You know the value of that, though. So it was a great time. But I missed hanging out with my homie Salcedo and the best wrestling community out here, the DWO, to review the best show on wrestling, NXT.
Let's go. All right. Well, let's dive into this show. This was today I decided to do a watch along for this show because I felt like, okay, with the women's evolution eliminator matches that they had on the show, I figured that they would be a very heavy female driven show. Plus also the contract signing with Blake Monroe. And I liked all of what we got today from those matches. There were a couple of things though on NXT today that I didn't necessarily love. And part of what I didn't love on today's show, I did not love the ending to Thea Hale and Jada Parker. I know exactly why they did it, or at least I think I do, which we'll get to in a second. But I didn't love that. I also did not love and do not love the storyline with Tony D and Shaq Stanley Lorenzo. I didn't care for that segment either. And then the other thing I didn't like was the Chase U stuff. But other than that, and then also the I didn't like Inamura pinning Trick Williams, our TNA champion, in that 6-person tag. But other than that, I enjoyed seeing Blake signing her contract. I enjoyed Jordan versus Lola, Thea Hale versus Jada, Kelani versus Lash, and Zarya versus Izzy. Everything else I enjoyed on the show except for those couple of things. So overall, it was okay, I guess. What you think, Chin?
I felt very similar to what you felt about tonight, with the exception of the Thea Hale Jada Parker match, though. Jada Parker wins. That's
Chin, that ending, though. Come on. Your girl, they made her look weak. She tapped. Your baby girl, Jada Parker, tapped.
Now that's debatable. This is my spin. This is my spin.
Don't tell me she got a hand twitch.
Yeah, that's all. Next week got a hand to it. She be smacking the division around so much. It could happen. She just, I wasn't trying. She wasn't tap. I felt it was like this. Little bit of the slick of the wrist, something like that. Just kind of nudge her off. And then Thea Hale did. First of all, Thea Hale, I'm sorry, Miss Blonde. Did you hear the bell ring? Why would you let go? I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I'm disappointed in you. I thought you had more pride than this.
No, a win's a win. Jada Parker, baby, all the way.
She tapped. That was Thea Hale's win.
I don't think she tapped. I felt again, I felt she just one of these. My wrist is foot. Is because she's doing so much. But the person that won should have won. Thea Hale has more work to do. She has not been in active women's storylines in really ever. But I felt I would have liked to see her advance, but not over Jada. This is Jada's division. Jada's time. Her and Lola Vice, in my opinion, should be the ones in the top contention right now. Although Lola didn't win though, but Jada winning is money to me. I want Jada to the top. I love Thea, but let's move her to the North American title picture. After Zarya turns on,
So it wasn't as like I'm fine with Jada winning. That was fine. Like that's what I expected, but I didn't like the way that it happened. I thought they had a really good match and I felt like they took away from both competitors with that ending. That ending of Jada tapping and the referee not seeing it made Jada look weak. And then also it made Thea look silly that, she didn't go out and like fight for this. Like, why wasn't she back there? Why didn't she go up to Ava and say, hey, you know what? I demand someone to look back at this footage. Why wasn't there any of that? Like, I was still hoping that they would do something like that. Like, if what happened to Jada Parker and Thea in that situation where she tapped, if that happened to any one of us, we would be hauling our butts to the GM's office and saying, you know what? You need to run the tape back and you need to put me in this matchup or figure out some sort of thing to show that what happened was unfair out there. So I don't know, man. I didn't like that ending.
I can agree. The ending could have been better. They really could have come up with a better ending than that, though. All jokes aside, I do agree because I want Jada winning clean. I don't want Jada showing any kind of weakness because to me, that's not her character. Her character is like hard-nosed badass. I'll take on anybody. So that's kind of how I felt. All Jada fandom aside, I didn't want her to win clean, no shenanigans like that. But I did. But I could see the negative of Thea doing that, especially with today's current WWE audience. It's not. It could be different with NXT audience though. But if Thea went back there and did that, you know what that would make her? Drew McIntyre.
But she's right though. Why I would at least be like, hey, you know what? Can you at least do something? There's a way to do it. There's a way to go back there. She doesn't have to come off as whiny. No. And I think people would support her and be like, you know what? She's right. Like she did tap. She does have a right to get upset about this. But no, we didn't get any of that today. But let's get into those matches because that was really the biggest thing of the show. So basically we had 4 women's matches to determine 4 participants that are going into a fatal 4-way match. And the winner from that, that's happening on next week's show, by the way, the winner from that is going to go on to face whoever is the champion by the time we get to Evolution. Now, I say whoever is the champion by the time we get to Evolution because I already feel that given what we saw at the closing of the show, I have a feeling that they're going to make JC Jane versus Blake Monroe for NXT Great American Bash. And I think Blake Monroe is winning that. And I think Blake Monroe will then go on to face whoever wins this Evolution Eliminator tournament at Evolution. That's what I'm thinking is happening right now. That's kind of what I hope for, only because I don't think that Blake Monroe should be left out of that Evolution card. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, you can save this match because if you get, Blake Monroe versus Jordan or Blake Monroe versus Jada, it's too soon. Yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes we got to do things, even if they're big, even if they're too big to happen too soon. Sometimes we got to do things like that to keep things exciting. And I kind of prefer that. I really hope that is what we end up seeing play out.
I feel like I agree with you, Denise, a lot, but I ain't gonna lie. When you're right, you're right. See, this is how good husbands exist, y'all. When you say that, people, you're right. You're right. You are correct, and you truly are right because at this point, there's no need to like make a JC Jane project. We're not trying to make a monster heel out of JC Jane. Have her retained for a long time. We have enough women in the division. They're already like ready to go. They're already hot. Ready, have momentum behind them. Put the strap on her. That's the best thing to do, in my opinion. You brought her in here, and her going down like this on her debut, let me know she's definitely winning the title like Great American Bash because they laid her out. Like this was like a lopsided beatdown. Like she really, if you go back and watch too, like when she turned around, she kind of had enough time to duck that punch, but she kind of just stuck there. I get it though, timing and all that though, but laying her out that way, let me know for sure she's winning this title, and she absolutely should. It's not like we're looking at a rookie. This girl, Mariah May, is amazing in that ring. And I know somewhere Toni Storm was smiling watching this girl go down because when I look at Blake Monroe, I will never forget about that shoe. That shoe is the top memory of me. I have never seen. If y'all haven't seen that, y'all, go back and go to AEW and watch that as when she's Mariah May and Toni Storm. I have never seen a beat down that vicious, man or woman, in my opinion, with something like that because she's it looked so. I was like, oh my god, it was amazing though. So her coming here, getting laid out like this, clear indicator that she's winning that title. And like you said, we ain't got time to build Jada as a heel or anything like that. Let's put the strap on her and have her defend against Jada Parker at Evolution. Even though I know it's probably gonna be Jordan Grace probably, but I would like to see Jada Parker in that match though. But it's looking the way you just predicted, honestly.
So the 4 women that are making it onto this Fatal 4-Way includes Lash Legend, who defeated Kelani Jordan. It includes Jada Parker, who defeated Thea Hale. It includes Izzy Dame, who defeated Zarya at an accidental distraction that we saw with Tatum Paxley going out there and hugging Soruka. That caused Zarya to get distracted, and so that's how Izzy Dame did win that. And then Jordan Grace defeating Lola Vice in what was the best match of the night. Those 2 girls, they got chemistry with one another. I was pretty impressed. I want to see more of that. And there was a moment where Lola Vice got Jordan Grace with a spinning heel kick towards the end of the match. Dude, I thought Lola Vice for a second was going to win. And I think that the crowd wanted Lola Vice to win. I think that the chat, even during the watch along, was I think everybody kind of had the same feeling where it's like, okay, I think we know Jordan Grace is winning, but they would be okay. And some people even wanted Lola Vice to be the one that defeated Jordan Grace. How'd you feel about that?
I felt the same way. This was match of the night for sure. These ladies went at it. This just amazing back and forth. The chemistry they have really was just great. I look forward to seeing these 2 go at it down the line. I could see Jordan Grace being the champion and Lola Vice challenging her and having a great program with that. The promos, the matches, the physicality of it all is what was really impressed with. I was disappointed that Lola didn't win. I'll be honest. I'm a Jordan Grace fan. I know sometimes it may sound like I'm not, in terms of criticism and where I want her on the card, but it's more so because I was like, just move her to SmackDown, y'all. She really don't need to be in NXT, in my opinion. And that's why I feel like it doesn't fit to me. And because I see so many other people that should be there right now, like Lola, Jada. Jordan has already been on the main roster. She's been in the Rumble twice. Why is she on in my opinion? She should be right on SmackDown. Put her right on in there somewhere, or in the U.S. title picture or something like that. She belongs there. So to me, her here kind of is a weird, because I'm a big Lola Vice fan. Lola Vice and Jada Parker, in my opinion, should be at the top of this division right now. Those should be the 2. The girls is what I be talking about all the time. And tonight we saw a great display of matches from all the girls. And I give credit to NXT. This is how you build up a tournament. They made the entire show about these matches pretty much. So, and I love that. It was great matches. I love the chemistry between all the women. It was just so exciting though. But again, I saw Jordan Grace winning just because she has that aura about her. You could tell they have her picked for this spotlight to be champion pretty soon. But I just really hate that it had to be at Lola Vice's expense. The same way you felt about Thea Hale, I felt about this. Was like,
But sometimes it has to be that way, though, because I do hate whenever we see matches where it's a straightforward win for somebody. Whether it's a tournament or not a tournament, I hate matches like that where I'm like, oh, this person doesn't stand the day of time whatsoever with, whoever they're in the ring with. So in a way, I know that it sucks to see people lose, but someone's got to lose. Someone's got to do it. So it just be that way. So then when that person gets another opportunity, you might root for them harder the next time.
I mean, that is true, but I think just because I watched Lola at Worlds Collide, she did such a great job in that match. The crowd loved her. And she was so hot, the momentum, all that superstar level stuff like that. I kind of had that still in my mind going into NXT, but I have to remember that really is almost a different universe in a way. So you can't apply that to here. Stephanie's not even on the show no more, so I couldn't even apply that here though. But it's just I had to remember that though. But overall, I know the right person won in terms of NXT booking though. But man, Lola needs some gold. She needs some gold soon, in my opinion.
Yeah, she'll get there. We got time. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says Blake Monroe is either taking that title away from JC Jane at Great American Bash, or it's going to be a triple threat at Evolution. Blake, JC versus Grace. I could see the triple threat happening, especially if you kind of want to protect Jordan Grace from taking that pin over from Blake Monroe, if Blake is going to win that. Because if they do this triple threat, Blake Monroe's winning. If they do a one-on-one, Blake Monroe is winning. I think that's just the direction to go in at the moment. So if they do the triple threat, then that's kind of how you can get away with that. But Bob Ross, I don't think you're far off. Thank you so much for the super chat and a great take there. We got Stephen Martrulli here who says, when Tiffany and Blake share a ring, the roof will blow off. I can't wait for that. Chin, I'm loving one of the things that we didn't get to talk about last week was that, she's been doing a lot of this Sabrina Carpenter stuff. Like, it feels like her whole entire character right now is based off of Sabrina Carpenter, because she did the whole, video vignette last week where it was basically the intro to Sabrina's concert. And then also, she's going out there with the iconic white boots. For those of you who don't know, Sabrina is also known for wearing those white boots. And then right before she slapped JC Jane, she told her, have you ever tried this one? That is Sabrina's famous line that she says right before she does the Juno position in her concerts as well. So pretty much the entire character feels right now that it is based off of Sabrina Carpenter, which is hella funny too, because Sabrina's like, one of the things I was noticing today that oddly enough, been watching her for a long time now and throughout her entire time in AEW, it was barely today, just now, that I realized how tall Mariah May is. And it's funny because I'm like, Sabrina's short and sweet, and Mariah May is obviously, taller. But it's so funny and it's so cool to see her, really use a lot of inspiration from that. It just feels relevant. And I like when things feel relevant.
I do too. I like when they pull from characters of current time or things like that, or we can tell it's someone that they personally like, because it makes the character feel a lot more natural. Like, I feel that's why. I mean, this might be a random example though, but I felt that's why like John Morrison worked a lot better than Johnny Nitro. Yeah,
I see what you mean. Okay, yeah.
So you pull from who you really like. You can pull the characters in now, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tiffany and Blake share that ring. Now it's gonna be really, really good. I cannot wait to see that these blondes collide in this ring. It's gonna be very good. It's just more indication of how stacked this women's division is across the board in WWE. Really, really good. Great chat, Steven.
We got Sheldon Jackson who sends in a DWO membership. Thank you so much, Sheldon, man. You rock, dude. I know I tell you this all the time, but you really do. We got Raul P here who says, character change coming from Jordan. Music character commentary mentioning her losses. A lot of change. Also, Lola Vice, DMVP needs more TV time. Well, remember how long we were on this show being like, where the hell is Lola? And why isn't Lola on TV? And that happened for quite a while until she finally did come back. It was weird. I still don't understand what happened there.
Me neither. Like, I remember it was Lola and Thea Hale. Like, what? Like, they weren't injured. Like, what was going on? It's still a mystery.
Yeah, and nobody had a lot of people here that did not like Jordan's new theme song. I didn't even notice it, which tells you that it really wasn't memorable. If you notice it, good. It's actually a good thing, I think, sometimes when you notice something. And if you don't, that's just because it was unmemorable.
Yeah, it's very forgettable. And interest music is so important. Like, I think that's why like so many people have been complaining about their current themes. Like, I truly do not like. I'm a big Street Profits fan. I like their old theme so much better. I hate this new one. Like, it pulls from like the crowd. The crowd can't get into this new song. That's what made them so popular. The crowd knew the song. They knew to do the thing and all that. And you can't even get into the theme. It's just
yeah. I get you, man. We got Infamous Rare Loco who gifted 5 DWO memberships. Infamous Rare Loco, you the man, bro. You the man. Thank you so much. We got I Want Victims here. Sends in a super chat. Didn't write anything, but thank you so much for the support. That is very cool of you. We got Infamous Rare Loco who also says, shout out to the leader, Denise Salcedo and brother Diapers Chin. Women are money. Blake Monroe takes my breath away. Lola or Jordan was a coin toss to me. I won. Happy late Father's Day, Chin. Yeah, happy late Father's Day, Chin. I know you're a busy father, changing them diapers. That is always your excuse for being late to the shows.
It is true. It is a great alibi, and I will always stick to it. But I did love my Father's Day gift. I'm sorry, I got one of them right now. Can I pull out one?
Oh, I want to see them.
Let me see. I got one of them. I got me a great WWE Raw shirt. It's somewhere around here.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a cute little homemade gift, because usually kids do like the macaroni frames and things like that.
Oh no, they like real gifts. No, we ain't doing that. We got the Ray-Bans right there. Y'all see them Ray-Bans? That
Ray-Bans for Father's Day? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that like
great.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate. Thank. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. That's how I do it. I put them on like that. That's how I do. But,
the kids did good. The kids did good.
Oh yeah, they did great. I did give me some amazing homemade art. One of them is right here on my wall right now. I love this one. Boom, boom, boom. You can't beat that.
Aww,
So this
that's
stays on
always
me.
the best.
Oh yeah. So the artwork is always on the wall though. But you know, Daddy like them nice gifts too though, because Daddy buy them gifts too. Daddy don't give them artwork though. That's, you know what I'm saying. Daddy be spending money. So that was like, don't be have Father's Day macaroni. You getting macaroni for Christmas then. All right. That's what's gonna happen.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to for Mother's Day, I remember I woke up early and I would make my mom breakfast, but she never ate the breakfast I made because the breakfast I made was so ass. And I always thought, like, why did you, like, she would come out and she'd be like, oh, Denise, that is so sweet. And then she'd go and make her own breakfast. And I'm like, girl, I just made you the breakfast. And then it took me forever to realize that she wasn't going to eat my breakfast because she thought my breakfast sucked.
Yeah. Parents, you gotta love parents that have that kind of honesty. Because that's real love. You know what I mean? I remember my dad told me he hated my Father's Day gift. I was 18 and I got him I made him a car. I got him a cool little cologne set. So this working man will come to this house and give me small gift of $20 and cologne. As if I do not provide. Look at this gift. Look at try. So try again now. And I had to try again.
No. And did you end up winning him over? Like, what'd you get to make him happy?
No, I gave him money. He was like, this is what you should have done in the first place. Do better next year. Yeah, that's a true story. He didn't care. I gave him money. So that's what I do from now. Just give him money. My dad wants money every year. So that's what I do. Every year he was here, though. So that's all he liked. But shout out to your mom, though, for at least being sweet about it, though. I'm just a good mom. Shout out to Denise's mom.
Yeah, I remember I used to put the jelly on the toast, but the jelly was all like messed up. It wasn't put over nicely. You know how kids put jelly on toast? That thing be everywhere.
Denise, can you cook now? Are you a good cook?
No. No, I don't do the cooking at all in this home. Unfortunately, some traits carried on.
Dang, I come about say, well, maybe you got better. No, I didn't.
No, I mean, I can put jam better now. I at least put it all in one direction instead of going 5 different directions on the toast. At least there's that. But yeah, I didn't improve that much.
God, dog, girl, man. Shout out to Nisa's husband for doing all that cooking, man. Shout out to him, and shout out to infamous Raider Loco for the dope super chat and the Father's Day congrats, man. It means a lot. I love being a dad. It's very expensive, but I love it. Truly do. Appreciate you, man.
We got Larice Johnson who sends in 2 super chats. The first says, what did I miss and didn't watch NXT tonight? And Larice Johnson. And he also says, I think I fell in love with Blake Monroe. Yeah, you and literally everybody else, because I was just saying she's really easy to like gaze upon and just be like, you know, I love the thing that I love about Blake is her delivery of her promos. Like she does this, you know, she really sells the rich tones in her voice. And God, I could never talk like that, but she does. And it's great. And you can't help but to just really listen to what she's saying. Like I was hanging on to every word that she was, you know, putting out there. And I feel like that it's those kinds of details that really add to her character. But yeah, Larice, really what you just missed was Blake getting put through the table by Fatal Influence, which is JC, Jasmine, and Fallon. And then also the Eliminator matches, which we just mentioned of who the winners were that moved forward with that. Those were really the big things from the show. I guess the other big thing was, you know, everything that's going down with Tony D and Luca. That breakup is pretty much happening. I mean, it happened already, technically, but they're still like, he was still trying to trust him, but he doesn't. He ended up accidentally punching him today. Look, Chin, this story, it's not for me. I feel like it's dragged out and I felt like, I don't know how long this story has legitimately been going on for, but in my head, it's been going on for a year. And usually when things are like that, that's not really a good thing. And there were just so many awkward pauses today during that promo. Like there was no ambiance while you were listening to these promos between them. And I just thought to myself, like, I think the reason why this isn't hitting is for 2 reasons. One, I think it's kind of I don't know, you know what? I think it's kind of obvious that right now they've done everything they could with Tony D, and it feels like there's really nothing new there at the moment. And then secondly, I feel like what Tony D is missing is a real strong enemy. I don't see Channing Stacks as a strong enemy. I just don't see it. I feel like I was using this as an example during the watch along, but when Legado, the family, was feuding with the family, Legado versus the family, I remember that being really interesting, but I think that was interesting because you had two really dominant guys. You had Tony and Santos Escobar, and both guys had their crew. And that made it interesting because you had a good enemy for the other person. And I feel like that is what's lacking from this story at the moment.
Absolutely. I want to say, first of all, didn't they just win the AAA tag titles recently?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Congrats to them, man. I've been wanting them to get some gold because they deserve some gold, man. They be in there working hard, good matches, stay in shape. That dude Angel Garza,
They're in hella shape, dude. I didn't even realize how good in shape they were until I went to Worlds Collide. I was like, damn, they're in shape.
Yeah, I'm up here eating a burger like this UCC. That's what I need to be doing. And I eat more chicken, I eat some more burgers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do agree. The crowd, for me personally, I agree. I'm tired of this storyline. I think what made it just kind of fall flat to me is that as a crowd in 2025, we know you guys aren't a real mob. We know you guys like, yeah, we met in the desert. What they do, the two guys, they put me in the trumpet. What? It's a wrestling show to me. What are you talking about? You in the desert? Did you call the police? That's what I'm looking at. So it's like, so to me, I've never been able to get into the whole family, things like that. I can get into it in terms of like we're together for numbers and, the ideal, like, because I do know the time, because I understand that part though, but they made it too corny to me. Like there's a way to do it, I feel, without making it as corny as they've made it. And they've just gone way past cornball to me. So the storyline to me, go ahead and have this match, and y'all need to move on. Like, find Tony, revamp Tony, drop the whole, family. Just stop all that.
At this point, it feels like they can't. I can't even imagine him in any other light.
Yeah, and that's sad. It's like he's stuck in it, and like you said, he needs a real rival. He hasn't had one. Obafemi was a good competitor though because it made us invest in him. He had to train to get better. But after that, it's really been nothing since. So, yeah.
I feel ya. We got I Want Victims here who says, watch Mariah May matches from Stardom. Her and Mina Shirakawa are tag champs, and Mariah has an amazing match against Julia from the Grand Prix 2023. I Want Victims, thank you so much for throwing this out there. I've known that, obviously her work from, all the work that she did in Japan is the reason she got to AEW. And then, of course, the work that she did in AEW got her to WWE. So it's one of those things where all of the work that she has put in has led to something which has been very, very cool to see. But thank you so much for sharing this as well. I really appreciate that. And I'm a big fan of Mina Shirakawa too. So yeah, that's something I'd be interested in. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says, is it just me or was Obafemi acting like a babyface when he was talking to Hank and Tank, Josh Briggs, and Yoshiki during a backstage segment? So I think for me, it was one of those things where I don't think I noticed that, him being like more of a babyface. But I just thought it was just his vibe. I don't think I actually even saw it as like a baby face or a heel thing.
Yeah, I can kind of see of the baby face elements though, just because I always feel like Oba doesn't talk to nobody in general though. Nice kind of like, what's up, guys? It was at 12 months. I think that's a part too, because we're seeing him talk to people. So I think that's a part that's like, oh wow, because he usually doesn't. He's kind of a brooding kind of loner kind of person. But it was, but I still feel overall, Oba is necessarily not a baby face. He's Oba, not a face or heel. He does what's best for him overall. So I still get the vibe. He's still just in it for himself. He's a tweener, I guess.
I think he's more of a heel. I definitely think he's more of a heel because some of the way that he's manhandled some of the guys, I'm like, yo, you got to be a heel to cause that kind of damage.
which is true, but what makes me lean more toward tweener is he gave Javon Evans credit for having a great match. Usually,
you're right.
Usually heels, man, boy, you see I whoop that boy ass like that. You see the teach boy how to squabble, you know what I'm saying, like that. But he gave him credit, and I was like, okay, that's really honorable of him though. But we'll kind of see. We'll see.
We got Terrence Matthews here who says, I heard a rumor that Lola might be called up. I haven't seen any of that yet. I mean, I would love for her to be called up, and we'll see. She gets really great fan reactions, but I still think she has time to cook a little bit longer on NXT though.
Terrence, who said that? Was it Jonathan Coachman? Look, hey man, stop listening to that guy, okay? You better stop playing Stop taking it too seriously. All right, stop.
He's been stirring the pot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Terrence. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, I want to come on here and address how disgusting people are celebrating Liv's injury, which Rhea commented on saying how disgusting people are too. Look, I have seen some things on the internet in this last couple of years that I'm appalled at every day. And let me tell you, this does not surprise me whatsoever, but I just feel like we shouldn't care about. If you are happy that someone got injured, I'm sorry, but I don't care about your opinion. If that's just not a thing that good people do. I don't care if you don't like someone, even if it's a wrestler you don't like or a person that you don't like, you don't celebrate them getting injured ever. And if you do, then that just basically says you're not a person of character, you're not a person of morals. And so why should I care about what you have to say? So I do think it sucks and it's ugly, and that's just the world we live in though.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't surprise me either. In the wrestling community, a bunch of marks and idiots. You know, a lot of clowns on here. And if you look at the totality, the big picture of Liv Morgan, you know who she is in real life, her real name as a person. You know, as a wrestler, you only get so many years, so much on your bump card, and when you're out for injury, that's hard. And she's already sat out on injury for a while at different points of her career, and she's probably been on the best run she's ever had, getting ready to end into a world title feud, and she gets injured the same night. And so that really sucks. And she's put in a lot of work into who she wants to be. She's come a long way from being Lana's lover. Okay. I'll put it that way. She's come a very long way.
I always forget that. Yeah.
She's put in work. She's honestly, to me, she's helped make the Judgment Day a relevant faction again, because they hit a bit of a like dull point for a little bit. I'm entering the storylines. She's helping add more development to Dominic. She's helped Finn Balor. She brought Raquel Rodriguez back into the fold and made her part of storylines again. She was helping getting Roxanne over at the same time, and also at the same time over here in the tag division. So you see she was doing a lot. And it's just speak volumes when Rhea Ripley will come out here and call y'all wrong and call y'all crazy, because she's breaking like on-screen character to let you guys know how big of an a-hole y'all are. We're talking about this girl in real life, though. So I feel, again, it really is sad, though. But, you know, people that do that, though, overall just real losers in real life, though. So I just ignore those guys.
Right. I also feel like that's also the minority too. It's not the majority. The majority of people are, you know, they care, they're sad, they're bummed out, and they send her well wishes. That's the normal thing to do. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's it. And so I do think that there's just a couple of people that obviously are extreme and in that sense. But again, I feel like there are more people sending well wishes and overall having good thoughts and not weirdo thoughts. So yeah, so there's that. But thank you so much, Anthony, for sending in that super chat. Alrighty, with that, let's see what else we got. I think the last thing we haven't really talked about again was just I mentioned it earlier, but Trick Williams teaming up with AJ Francis and Casey Navarro to battle Josh Briggs, Inamura, and Elijah. A fun little matchup. I actually like the interactions with Elijah and Trick Williams, but again, why did Inamura get the pin over on Trick Williams? I wasn't fond of that at all. Like, this guy is your TNA champion. He's feels like the biggest deal for the men's division besides maybe Obafemi. I did not love this. I didn't love this, and that's all I can think about is how I didn't love it. And I'm like, why? Why did they do it? Chinedu, there's got to be an answer.
I was shocked too. I expected this to be a win for Trick and those guys. I wasn't expecting this finish, because at first I thought maybe Wes was late for a run-in and he's like was late to like break up the pinfall or something. I thought something happened, but it looked like this was meant to be, and so I just don't understand it. What makes it even more confusing to me, and I know some of y'all may laugh in the chat, when during the segment where he was talking with his partner, you know, Briggs or whatever, I was changing a diaper, so I didn't really see that part. So I was changing diapers for us, so I don't understand how he pinned Trick, but now his partner has a title shot next week. What happened with that? I didn't see that part. What happened?
They had made a whole situation. It was I think it was done backstage on the show. Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly how that played out, but I wasn't necessarily too in love with the whole bit. But they had made the whole decision backstage during one of those segments.
That was really dumb. Like that again, I didn't like the whole thing, because first of all, if I pin Trick, I'm getting a title shot. If I pin them, I don't care about none of this. Just my partner, whatever. I'm here to win gold. So I really didn't like it. Trick is supposed to be your TNA champion. He should not have eaten his pin. If anything, Wes should have eaten this pin or something like that. Not the champ. I don't get it. I did like AJ Francis teasing that teasing that dive. That made me laugh. That was good because as we all remember, Flop Dollar, he Flop Dollar. But it was
Thank you, by the way, to Enter. He said because he said he'll get the NXT title, you'll get the TNA title, etc.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm getting both. If you want to you pin Trick to get your title. I pin Trick. Okay. All this but yeah, I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. Overall, no. AJ Francis was entertaining. I will I gotta give that guy credit. To be an annoying, he has worked hard to be an annoying heel. People really dislike that guy. I was like, you gotta, hey man, congrats, man. Keep building on that, man. Because he really is I followed him recently. He followed me the other day on Instagram, so I saw his page, whatever. He knows how to be a dick for real. He knows how to get these people riled up.
Wait, you're talking about AJ Francis?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
he's pretty fun on social media. Yeah.
man, it's funny. Y'all follow that guy. He's like, even if you don't like him, the heel work he does is very entertaining to me. It just
He's a nice guy. Yeah, I've had him here on the channel, and he's a pleasure to talk to. Yeah,
Man.
that's his getting to know his real life personality made me like him more as a performer. Once I got the chance to chat with him.
Yeah, because I feel like to give him credit because the way he left WWE as top dollar, the way he was kind of ridiculed as he left, a lot of people would have just quit altogether. He went to TNA. He really reinvigorated himself. This dude is cold on that mic. Like that guy, if you give him that microphone, he can cut some promos what I feel top guys on Raw and SmackDown and really have the crowd into him just as much as any other main eventer right now. So I gotta give him a lot of credit. And he also likes Schulbergers, man. That's like some H-Town stuff out here, man. So I really like that, man. Shout out to AJ. He cool with the Unc Bun. So I'm out here, man. Me and him, we need to link up, man. Shout out to AJ, man. We got to link up when we out here in the H, man.
All right, guys. So this was actually one of our shorter NXT post shows because, again, there was only so much that actually went down today. It was pretty much just a tournament and rounding that whole thing up. But that was NXT for June 17th. I want to thank each and every single person who came out and joined the watch along, the review. Tomorrow, I will be back with Righteous Reg, and we'll be here to do the AEW Grand Slam Mexico watch along as well as the review show. So very much looking forward to that. And then this Thursday, I leave to Fanatics Fest. So I will probably not be here for Friday Night SmackDown. So in case you guys are wondering, it's because I'm in New York. But Chinedu, what do you got going on?
Oh, well, I am currently on tour as well, too. Just got through wrapping up a show at the Improv. Was amazing. I'll be in Austin, Texas this Friday at the Vulcan Gas Company with Tony Baker. All those shows are on there as well, too. I just added a show in Rosenberg. Sugarland is going down, as well as a show on November 15th at the Gordy. Denise, I'll see the updated flyer next week. Sorry about that, guys. More shows are being added as we speak. Thank y'all for coming out to the shows. Tickets are selling fast. I love it so much. Also, I'll be revamping my YouTube channel, as I said before, too. My life update video is being edited right now. I have 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. When I reach 20,000, I am going to cash app a lucky person $50 just to celebrate.
Ooh,
so
nice.
all my Denise DWO members, if you fancy, if you don't mind, go to YouTube, follow your boy on there. Chinedu Ogu is my name. That right there as well. Other than that, follow me on all my socials. In terms of Denise's page right now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but she has an amazing interview with Shotzi right now on the page. Okay, Shotzi, it's a 50-minute interview, a really good lengthy interview. Sink your teeth into the background. Okay, go watch that right now. Go pull it up. Go to all of Denise's Instagram pages, her Instagram page right now. Watch the clips she has on there. Like them, share them, leave comments as well, and do not forget about that good old Patreon. I'm gonna bring it up again. Okay, I watch the things. Y'all follow Denise right now on the Patreon. Great, amazing content. So many videos in there every week. Okay, and it's only a small fee. All right, and it goes a long way to the channel. Denise is my. I don't want to promote. I'll promote. I don't care. I'll promote. I don't care. I'll promote it. I'll talk about it. I don't care. Go on to the Patreon, subscribe, be a part of it, get bonus videos and stuff like that. We're all getting ready to make stuff like that. I think she has a video on there with Sean Ross Sapp right now. Don't you have something like that?
No, not with Sean. No, I did a video with Brandon Thurston that went up there.
What it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Lots of great content on there, bonus videos every week. And you guys know there's nobody that works harder than Denise Salcedo. Let's get her up there on the Patreon ranks. All right, subscribe to Patreon right now. Don't be a dick. give it a click, okay? That's all I got right there. But yeah, don't subscribe to Patreon. Don't be like, Chin, you promote too much. Whatever. Okay. Be mad then. All right, then mute me when I talk. Then mute me then when I talk about it, okay? And when I'm done talking about it, unmute me then. No problem. But until then, subscribe to the Patreon. Denise Salcedo is worth every penny, yeah. Y'all know this, okay? To support our fearless leader, Denise Salcedo, on that Patreon. And if you don't like me promoting the stuff, that's too bad. I don't care. I'm gonna keep promoting it anyway. I don't care. Subscribe to Patreon. That's right.
All right, guys, that's a wrap for us. Thank you guys so much. Go check out the Shotzi interview. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.